This podcast is for mature audiences only. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed are the speakers only and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of their employer. We are Undomesticated.
What's up, you bunch of bitches? That's the new intro. That's it. That's not sticking out. That's the best one you gave me. A little long, but...
Shut up. What's the deal, Squingy? It's your boy Big Daddy Rybird coming through to you at the Undomesticated Studios, the Lot Lizard, the Desert Lizard, and I'm working with my boy, the Maniac, the Angelo Mario, the Manscaping Maniac, bro.
What up, Angelo?
Yeah. As you can see, unless if you're listening and not watching, as you can see, we have a very special guest on today, our boy Big Daddy Sean from OFT. We've had Ben on, Ben DeWalt, but now we're like, you know what? Let's get another fucking side of the coin and bring in the real skills and talent to this fucking organization.
Ben's not gonna like that.
Fucking fired. So, Big Sean.
What's going on?
What's up, bro?
What's going on? Happy to be here.
Nice. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself so people get a little bit of a heads up about you?
I shoot stuff. That's basically it. No.
Wow. You don't say. Give us a little bit of your training and background.
So I've been with OFT for just over 2 years now. Masterclass, IDPA, USPSA. I've been all over the country training with all the cool people on the internet. I mean, I try to keep it fairly simple. I'm not going to be like, I did this and
Right.
So hold on, let me start shit right away. I want to start shit.
Good, start a fight, please.
You better than Ben?
Ooh.
So do you shoot better than Ben?
All right, so here's the way I'll say it. The reason that really the reason that he hired me. When it comes to you can attribute this.
Yep.
When it comes to distance, 25-yard B8s, he's definitely more accurate. I've beaten him a couple times on B8s,
Right.
but he's more accurate. I am faster than he will ever be. 100%.
And speaking of fucking the fast hand, fucking Wild Wild West, Wicked Wild. I love that movie.
That's a great movie, bro.
Such a good movie.
It's
so underrated.
Hold on. I want to get into Will Smith later.
Okay.
But
yeah.
He turned down listen, completely off topic of what we're going to go with. He turned down the role of Neo in The Matrix to do that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what, though?
Because he was loyal to whoever.
They're both cult classics, so it's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
One sold 12 tickets, the other sold billions.
I honestly think the Wild Wild West probably did a bajillion times better out of the box office
Than The Matrix?
No, but then when it was in the
100%
movie, when it was in the movie theaters, I'm saying the Wild Wild West, the movie, was way more successful post movie theater.
No.
No,
100%
You're out of your mind.
It's almost like Super Troopers and fucking Grandma's Boy.
It's a cult
and Step Brothers.
classic. I'll
Yeah.
give you that. It's a cult. I love the movie. I love that movie too. It's awesome.
Right.
But to say that it did better or is better than The Matrix,
I'm not comparing. I'm not comparing it to the Matrix. I'm saying Wild Wild West in the movie theater was less popular than Wild Wild West
Now?
DVD VHS.
Yeah, because people had to see it
Okay.
because it was trash.
Right. But now it's not.
yeah,
trash.
I think
Now
it hit VHS kind of quick.
Now it's the movie of our peoples.
No. All right,
Movie
go
of our
ahead.
peoples. All right. So speaking of speed, Big Daddy Sean.
All right. You were the only person to ever call me that. By the
He
way.
calls you Speed?
No, not that.
Oh,
Daddy
Big Daddy Sean.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
like that. He's like a little Big Daddy. He looks
thought
like
you called him
He has
Speed.
daddy-like qualities.
all right.
Daddy-like traits. I got to witness you on the verge of breaking the casino record.
Yeah.
Which is a shooting drill. And from we've seen on social media, you do have currently the world record.
Yes,
for
I do.
The world record.
So I'd say world record. It's a little subjective. I'll elaborate. So the casino drill was invented by Tom Givens back when he first started training. He's been training longer than I've existed. He invented this drill. It's his thing. He's brought it all over. And he is an international trainer. He's been to Europe. He's been to Puerto Rico fairly recently. So he's been all over the world.
Yeah.
I am the only person to shoot it as fast as I have in the history of the drill.
Can you explain it for the people who don't know what the casino drill is?
Sure. I mean, I don't know if you guys could put up something in post of a picture of it because it's
Right.
kind of tough to explain.
Right.
Yeah.
So I know
it's
that there's 5 targets.
6.
6 targets.
Numbered 1 through 6. Some are triangles, some are squares, and you have 3 magazines of 7. Has to be done from concealment or a duty rig. On the beep, 1 in the 1, 2 in the 2, 3 in the 3, 4 in the 4, but you only have 7 in the gun.
So now you got to reload.
Now there's a reload, but you already put 1 in the 4. So now you got to put 3 more to finish the 4.
Right.
Then you got to put 5 in the 5. But if you can count, which I kind of can, you only have so many to put in the 5. So now you have another reload to finish the 5 and then finish out in 6. The drill is it's called the casino drill, 77721 for anybody who plays blackjack. I did the drill in Ohio a couple months ago in 9.04 seconds.
Under 10.
And the record before that was what?
10.33.
Oh,
Yes.
Suck it, whoever it was.
has anybody beat that record? Not yours. The other record since.
So here's the funny thing about it. Before I did it, it was actually a tie. There was 2 guys who did it.
Really?
Yeah, 10:33, one guy and another guy.
On the nose. That's
Yeah,
wild,
like it's
yeah.
weird. And the funny thing, the first couple times I shot the drill, like in classes or in practice, 10:33. I did it like 3 times consecutively at exactly 10:33. So there's something special about that number.
There's a lot of muscle memory in that, as far as like the number of bullets you put in.
Oh
right?
yeah,
Like-
so
like-
there's the casino drill. Tom Givens is a fucking genius when it comes to teaching and stuff. He created this drill, and you remember the first time you shot it, you're like, I don't.
Yeah, it just couldn't
It
compute.
shuts
It
your
just-
brain off
it's
because
just
you
not-
have to do all this
fuck,
shit.
how many times I put it in there? How many? Like,
Oh my God, it like fucks with you. And
bad.
you got to make your hits. So it's not like you just go full Leroy Jenkins and full
Yeah, yeah.
send. Like you got to be precise. You got to have speed. You got to have hand-eye coordination, and you got to kind of remember where you stopped. And
You have to be able to
start-
count.
Yeah,
It's like the hard part.
right. It would be easy if it's like one, if you had a full magazine and just 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, but it's like shit. As mid reload, where the fuck was I? You know.
so how long were you training this drill?
So I've known the drill and I've like practiced it for a couple of years, but once me and Tom Ruffino, one of our other instructors, what's up, Tom? When we like signed up for that class, well, when Ben forced us to sign up for the advanced class, that's really what it comes down to. It's like, yo, Givens is doing this class. You need to sign up for it. Okay, we'll sign up for it. Once me and Tom like signed up for it, it was like 4 or 5 months. I did nothing but that. Like I dry practiced that drill every
So
single
5 months
day.
took you to fucking master it.
Yeah. Well,
I know.
I'll beat it in 3 days. 3 days.
oh my god.
3 training days.
I'm not going to say that's delusional. I don't know what that
Come on, man.
No, that's something that takes time, patience, and that's a lot of fucking practice. To be honest with you,
Yeah, no, it's definitely not a beginner's drill.
No.
for sure.
I still think I'd outshoot you, and within a month.
I'll officiate that.
Bro, I'm telling you, whenever you're ready, bro, put as much money down as you want.
Why's it got to be money?
Because
Why
like,
can't it just be I'm better than you?
Because like I want to take your money. Because I want to take your money. I want to not
I'm
only
the most
just beat
competitive person. in the
I've
world.
watched. I can tell.
you, not only do I want to beat you, I want to beat you and embarrass you and take your money. So it feels better that way.
No.
So I may be a little biased in this, but having been Ryan's instructor since he started, like the day he started training, he's come a long way. Like he's put some fucking work in.
But how long has he been doing this?
About a year and
Year and
couple
change.
months.
What he's doing now, I'm telling you, I'm a fast learner and I'm competitive. I will do what he did in a year and 3 months in
Don't you
2
love
months.
Don't you love these people?
It's great. So,
Best.
You
Andrew,
see what I do with a Nerf gun, bro?
I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed.
I sent him a video because he was busting my balls. Me shooting targets with a Nerf gun. Dude, they were all on point. That's what a Nerf gun.
Oh my
All right?
god. Oh my god.
My son's little Nerf gun. I'm just, dude,
where are you in your process with the permit?
Right here.
He's a big fucking goose
Didn't do
egg.
nothing. Brian told me he's going to send me papers about 100 times.
Bro,
Never
first
received
off,
them one time.
First off, I guess I got to bring a horse to the water and
Yeah.
make him drink it.
Yeah,
You know what I
apparently.
mean? All you had to do was just fucking print out papers and I would start him with the process. So all you had to do was print out papers and start him with the process.
I don't know where to get those papers.
I told
Online.
him 14,000 times. The
You
clerks.
said you were going to send them to me.
The clerks. I said you.
I don't know how to read.
I can relate.
I don't know how to read. I need you to fucking really like do. I need you to fill it out for me. You need to send me the papers, and I got to give them to my wife.
Oh my god.
You know what I
my
mean?
God, yeah, yeah.
I can't read.
I'm not gonna lie. I can relate to that. When I back in like 19, when I got my permit, so much paper. I remember looking at like the application. I was like,
So wait, you only started shooting?
2019 is when I got my pistol permit. Yeah. So
Oh shit,
7
Wow,
years.
he's way better than you.
There was not even like
wasn't a
it
question.
wasn't even like a.
Have you ever tried that drill?
Yeah.
How bad you do?
Like I was in like the 12s and 13s. It's
And you hit every shot?
out of if I've done it 5 times, maybe 3, I hit.
Have you cleaned it?
Yeah, I cleaned it. It's. I can clean it in probably 16 seconds, but if I'm really fucking going full throttle,
Yeah, and that's part of like with setting the record. You can't like, oh, if I have a missed shot, like it's a time penalty.
Right, it's
no, you have
automatic
to shoot it
DQ.
clean. It has to be
It's a DQ.
clean.
Yeah,
So
That's tough.
it is.
yeah, that's an understatement.
So if you had to draw, just do a single shot draw, how fast you getting out of the holster and putting a round downrange.
So it's considering I do everything from concealment. My fastest one round out of the holster is like .79.
So Angelo thinks that
We had this discussion before you came here.
Here's a little discussion before you
down.
got here,
I'm
and
down.
I was like, again, it's like I am glad to take your money, Ange. Angelo thinks that he can be 5 feet away from you with a knife, and he thinks he could run up on you and stab you before you pull out of a holster and put a round down on his chest.
So this
From Ryan to you right
so
now.
here's the thing of it. That, like, what you're talking about is a concept that's been argued for decades about knife versus gun. Like, if you've heard of the 21-foot concept.
Yeah.
That's a thing that's been around for so long. And it's not a rule. It's not a hard thing. It is extremely subjective. Like, if you're talking about, like, Wild West style, you stand 5 feet, you said?
Yeah.
5 feet away, I'm in the holster. Shit, we could set that up in a Force on Force class. We got one coming up this
That's
month.
what I'm saying. Oh, I'm signing Ange up for that, by the way.
Oh, good.
January.
Yeah, so...
I'm just curious, like, and I'm not saying you're aware of when I'm going to run at you. It's a full blown
surprise. Yeah.
It's say we're sitting here right now, and I just ran at you. Like, how
That's a
fast
different
would you be
story.
able to draw?
That's a different story.
Well, obviously, if you're set up, you know what I'm saying. Like I give the edge to the gun.
It's actually this funny that you bring this up. There was a knife defense class that Ben did a while ago, and Justin and Mike, they were at it. And one of the drills is you're in like a hallway. You're like arm's length apart. And then when the person with the training knife moves, you move with your gun. Obviously, the whole knife to a gun fight, gun to a knife fight thing.
Yeah.
Most of the time, people get stabbed. But Mike and Justin, because they listen to the shit we tell them, they were beating the knife guy. And Ben's like, how you learn to draw that fast? They're like, Sean.
Yeah, Sean. Easily.
Fair enough.
Easily. And that's what it comes down to. And again, I just can't wait to see.
But I'm saying like a dead shot, like from that point, like when you hit them, like they're going down, you're not getting stabbed.
Well, you can't guarantee. I could put a round through somebody's heart right now.
Yeah,
and you have what's in 6 seconds?
So depending on the person. So
Adrenaline.
does he know Jared Reston?
No.
So talking about like what bullets do to the human body, Jared Reston is a cop from Florida. He's a phenomenal story about like he was off duty working a mall, like, side gig, get some extra money. He was working security, and the people from the one store was like, "Hey, we got a couple shoplifters. We need you to help." He's like, "All right." He got out of the the little booth that they had it there. He went after the guy. He's going through the parking lot. Hey, stop! Guy turns around with a pistol, shoots him. I can't do the story justice. It was an insane story of how he got shot through the jaw, with this wild, like what turned out was from a shoplifting thing turned into this insane like shooting.
Right.
It was wild.
Something out of a movie.
And he lived, obviously.
He's alive, yes.
And he's probably one of the funniest dudes.
He's
out there.
cool.
And he's like,
cool.
I love him. He's like my little boo.
He's your little boo?
There's nothing little about him.
Well,
He's
I
big.
mean,
he's a big guy.
Would he fuck Ryan up?
He's my
Oh,
yeah.
God.
So
He's not your little boo. You're his little boo.
So we have a bond. It's a thing. You don't understand. You won't get it. Okay, you won't get it. But we have a thing. It's a thing. And you need to have intrusive thoughts with Jared Reston.
What?
When we were at Iron and Wine. So now again, like this guy, ex-SWAT, like super serious, like when classes, it's, that military type.
He's also got that. He got the 1,000-yard stare. Like
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you look, like when you meet him, you're like, what's
Right,
wrong?
like
One of
he
these
sees
guys.
through your soul. You know what I mean?
While we're on that topic, when you see someone, right, as a man, when you see another man, your wife introduced you to her fucking.
You sizing him up.
Do you size up
Fuck yeah.
when you're on the
Every
train?
single
Every
dude.
single person.
When I'm on the
all
train,
time.
I sit there and I look at everybody.
Dude.
First off, I look at the girls too, and I go, I would do her. All right, she's the best looking on the train. But when it comes to dudes, I'm like easy work. That guy's gonna be a fucking problem. Like if that guy started shit, like fuck, I got my hands full.
I will say, prior to OFT, I was less aware of that. Like if I was on a train, I'm 100%. I'm eyeing up every fucking person on the train who looks sketchy, who's fucking around with it, who's got a backpack. Trains always, because we grew up in the Bronx.
Yeah.
We knew that with trains. Shopping, movie theaters, like shopping centers, Christmas time, holidays times. Prior to like OFT, we're delirious to the world. Like I would have been a statistic. Not like delirious to the world, but I'm not like now when I go in, like if we go into restaurants, I don't sit towards the I don't
Yep.
I
Back
sit
towards the wall, looking towards the front door.
My father taught me that young.
right.
Never sit with your back towards the door.
Right. But now, like, if we go out, like, if we have to go to Best Buy, right, just to get fucking gear for the studio, right, Even the employees, I'm literally checking their waistbands. I'm fucking looking at their ankles. I'm sizing them up, seeing what the fuck, you know what I mean?
It's not even waistband. It's just like body language. You
Well,
can tell like where people are putting their hands, the way they're
right.
looking around. There's all kinds of little stuff.
I try to see like if somebody has an appendix or you know what I mean.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's a fun when you start carrying.
Right.
That's such a fun game to
guess
play.
the gun in the back.
Yeah,
yeah.
What do you mean?
So like once you start carrying, you start realizing who actually has guns on them.
And it's like nobody in the
And
state.
like
but-
I've noticed like a lot of like hot shot cops, they do like this back like from the movie, like the back hostess shit. Like
So I'm not. This is what it's like referred to as. It's Mexican carry.
oh
Really?
Yeah, it's in the waistband, and it's not like that. It started in Mexico during the War of Independence in Mexico when like the cowboys, the gauchos, they used to have the guns, and it's like the law was like you can't have guns anymore. So they would put the guns in their waistband under their coats. That's where it came from. And you see, a lot of it's either like 4 o'clock on like the,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
hip
yeah.
or like
So my barber has a full carry.
cool.
Okay.
He got his shit taken away last year.
Oh,
Why?
Because someone came in and he was cutting hair. He's fit dude, so he wears tight jeans, tight shirts. When he was cutting, his shirt kept lifting up. Someone reported him that that they were able to see his gun.
So
they
what?
came and seized all his guns.
That doesn't sound right.
That sounds
swear on
weird.
everything.
It's so. Does he own the shop?
Yes,
They can't do anything.
part owner.
He's part owner. If he's part owner, he can do what he wants in his establishment.
Putnam
Just
too,
got
right?
all his shit back. They took everything out of
How
his
long?
house, everything.
How long?
Over a year.
Wow, dude.
I don't know if he does have families overseas. Like he's not from. I don't know if he was born in America. I don't know if that matters.
No.
He's not white.
What?
You know, he
Unless-
is part. No, I'm not saying he's like
Right,
Afghanistan.
right,
He
right.
is like part of like that
Middle
country
Eastern,
area.
Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Unless
like-
maybe
Egypt. He's from Egypt.
Okay, Egyptian. You know.
You know what I
Unless
mean? Like
maybe he
he's
was-
in that. So I don't know if that like.
unless maybe he was already red flagged or he was on some kind of like watch list.
I don't
He has
know, but
crazy shit.
that doesn't make sense though, because if he's part owner of the shop, he can determine like what happens.
I
in
think
his
he
shop.
is. He's the number one guy in the shop. He may not be the
Right.
the owner, but he's the one everybody waits for. You know what I mean?
Right.
But they took all his shit away, and he just got it back. I want to say last month.
Fucking ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. That's the whole purpose of having a fucking.
And he had to buy him back from them.
What?
It wasn't like, hey, here's your shit back. He had to like pay all these fines to get his shit back.
legal fine.
Just another way.
And he has
for-
to redo all his courses to get to be able to full carry again.
He has to redo the training thing.
So he has his
That's
shit.
ridiculous.
He's legal,
Dude.
but to carry, he has to redo everything.
just another way
insane.
for this state to fucking make the middle class, working class people not be able to defend themselves. It's all what it is. It's all what it comes down to.
Yep.
Because like so yes, your barber makes money and like just because he wants his shit back, but like maybe at 10 out of 10 times that happens, maybe 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10 people will be like, you know what, fuck this.
I'm not
do this.
doing it
I don't
again.
even want to go through.
Yeah,
it
of
for
course.
years.
They get discouraged
You know?
having to go through that.
So and
again.
it's a win for the state.
Yeah.
You know, even out of 10 times, get 2 people.
Well, what's that one drive they do? Like you could go and donate all these guns, and you get
Hey,
like fucking like,
buyback.
You get $2,000 per gun, right?
I don't know about that. So
Some guy fucking schemed
Yes.
the whole thing.
I know
did all
somebody-
3D printed shit and schemed the whole fucking thing.
We know somebody personally.
That did it.
oh yeah.
We know somebody personally who literally 3D printed just frames. No internals, no nothing.
How many
Just-
times did he return them?
He put it this way: he bought quite a few guns
With the
because they
money?
come in like gift cards, right?
Yeah.
So then the gift cards, you gotta kind of like.
Oh, they
it's
don't hand you
laundering.
like cash.
no,
like
it's a
fucking-
gift card.
So you gotta kind of like launder the
Well,
gift card.
I mean, you're kind of washing the money in a way.
right? So you gotta launder the
But
gift card.
so here's the thing with the frames, because he 3D printed frames, they were considered ghost guns, which
Yep.
have like a high legal priority, so they give more money for them.
Yep.
When really he spent like a few dollars making a 3D printed gun frame in a 3D printer,
He made
and dozens. Oh yeah, he got a lot of money.
4D chess. 4D chess.
We know someone who got caught with a ghost gun.
Yeah,
It was
we
like
do.
half ghost gun.
Yeah.
He got away with everything. He's fine.
Half-
He's out
like
walking around.
a reincarnated gun, zombie gun.
no, he some parts were some serial
Ghosted,
numbers
like
were
all-
shaved off.
yeah.
Some serial numbers were shaved off.
oh,
and stuff.
that's defaced. That's a whole other.
and
story.
he had
that's
well,
the straight
there
up
was-
crime.
And he had that, and he had a bigger mag.
Okay,
It was, he
did
got
some
away
stuff.
because they illegally searched his bag in a stop.
That's so lucky.
That's how he got
That
away.
is so lucky.
Wow.
Because that's like that's. It's not like a ghost gun. There's.
And he got caught in Westchester.
yeah.
Not to say he got caught in like Westchester.
So no, you saying it was scratched off?
I believe
that's a defaced firearm, and that's bad no matter where you go. Don't.
So that's worse
don't
than
do that.
3D printing the gun?
Yes, I believe because there's intention behind it. Like you got a gun, whichever way you acquired it, and now you defaced it to make it untraceable. In my eyes, I see a little bit of intention there. Like if you legally bought a gun, why would you want to do that? It's
Right,
your shit,
right.
Versus if you got it by questionable means.
So how about this, Sean?
Yeah.
So if you fire your gun, right?
Uh-huh.
Every gun, due to the barrel, has its own,
Rifling.
so basically
Its
fingerprint.
signature.
Like its own
Yeah.
fingerprint in a sense. So if I buy a brand new Sig, right, 320, so that barrel, stock barrel, yeah, well, I got ran on that first gun. Oops. So that stock barrel, right, I fire around, it has its thumbprint, right?
Yeah.
I get a precision barrel just for shits and gigs, throw it in, right? I fire that round, right? Put back in my stock barrel. Will you be able to tell if that was
The riflings do have like their own identifying features where like if you have, especially because it's not going to have the same rifling pattern that came from the factory. It's going to have a different twist rate. Maybe the grooves and lands are different shapes. So yeah, it's going to be pretty different.
So that's like all the shit you see on like CSI, right? Like
yeah, to a
those
certain
shows?
extent.
So just for my understanding, so you'll be able to tell that was from the same SIG 320 if
So it's not
Stock
going to be
barrel.
like they pick up the bullet and the examiner is going to go, oh yeah, this came out of a 320 with a 1 in 7 twist rate. No, they need the barrel it came out of and to shoot another one and to like have another
so
bullet.
it's compare and contrast.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Like fit like how like if fingerprints aren't in a database, they're relative.
Well, I would never do that. I'm just curious.
Just hypothetical?
Just throwing out like random like questions that people ask and like shit you see on movies and stuff like that.
yeah.
You know?
How bad is it? Like, so you guys are like gun guys. You guys know the shit.
Yeah, that
How bad are movies?
Oh,
I
Depends
work in
on
the movie industry,
it
all right?
depends-
So I see some stupid shit, and I'm like, that ain't how this
You ever
goes.
you haven't worked around Alec Baldwin because you're here, so
you're alive.
So I worked on one show, and I'll never forget. It was a Demi Moore show, and she shoots like her husband or something. I don't even know if it shows out, so I can't say the name. But I remember where I was standing, like she had to aim the gun at a certain spot.
and you were in that spot.
Dude, I didn't care. And this probably was right at, like, not too far after that. No, it had to be decent after the Alec Baldwin shit. But I remember, like, where she was aiming was at me. And she was a stand-in actor. She wasn't even, like, the main actor.
Right.
She was just there for the main actor. And they wanted her at, like, this direct point. And I felt like, damn, she's looking at me, aiming. She knows where the angle is, everything. Like, if I move, she's not going to get this angle. So I kind of just sat there like, me and her made eye contact a couple times. But, you know.
If he dies, he dies.
He died.
But how fake are movies like when it comes to that shit? Like, do you guys catch yourselves like counting how many
yep.
shots
Yes,
they shot?
100%.
Like,
Oh,
and you're like,
of course.
get the fuck out of here.
My favorite thing is the way people hold guns.
That's
Like
I
the,
haven't.
the way that like you see it. I talk when I do my lecture on grip. It's like the gap behind the hand and the
right.
thumbs and the teacupping, and it's
I
like
haven't seen a show or movie. I can't even tell you. Like, I haven't seen a show or a movie where they actually hold a pistol.
Well, they say
the right
John
way.
Wick is pretty decent.
yeah, no, Wick is good
Because he knows
so
actually how to hold a gun.
It's unrealistic, but it's accurate. That's kind of a paradox. It's like the way he holds a gun and his like shooting. His technique isn't bad, but there's a lot of things that he does that like
Right.
What about that reload thing he does when he flips the gun?
They try to make it seem like he created that, by the way, but it's not like
I dare saying it. I know
Nothing-
someone who designed, I don't know him personally, but someone I know in the department created that, the fire breath shit, that shotgun.
Oh, the Dragon's
Yeah,
Breath?
for
you don't
that.
don't use that stuff. Like
That'd be sick.
I mean, it looks here's,
it looks pretty cool in Call of
it's
Duty.
cool. It's cool when someone else uses it. I have yet to see, like in my experience, like I've actually shot it before.
Really?
I almost burned my friend's range down because what Dragon's Breath is, it's little pieces of magnesium metal in a shotgun shell. Magnesium, when the primer goes off, it lights. It turns into a bright burning ember. Water does not put magnesium out. It makes it burn.
It's a mortar. It's a mortar.
No, it's a flamethrower.
Yeah.
It's these little pieces of rock. So here's what happens. You shoot it, and it's like, yeah, that was cool. But then it sits in your dried brush and grass and smolders, and then you set your lawn on fire. And you can't put it out with water.
Well, if I plan on shooting one of those, I'm
Going to be at someone else's house?
It's gonna be at someone. My whole thing is like, how bad do you want to kill this man? Not only are you shooting him with a shotgun, you're burning him. You know what I mean? Like on the off chance, like if I shoot him from like
are
3
you
feet
saying,
away,
wait,
in the
are you
chest-
saying your home defense gun is full of dragon's breath?
yes?
So-
yes, I'm
You
burning,
burn your
I'm
house
burning
down.
this whole motherfucker.
I was just going to say, it's not a home defense situation
I'm
if there's
burning
no
the
house.
whole, no evidence, bro. I'm burning the whole shit down.
So Angel's gonna have a
And I'm
home
gonna say
intruder.
he came in with this thing. I fought him. I took it. Where's the evidence?
Angel's gonna have a home intruder and he's gonna get arrested for arson.
Insurance fraud burning his house
I get
down.
away with the murder. I get everything, but I get hit with insurance fraud.
Blood murder. There's nobody here.
There's
You
no
fucking
body.
burnt it to crisps.
But But like, what is the point of like the person that created that? Like, what?
I think it just looks cool.
It's cool.
Just to look cool?
It's cool. That's essentially it.
I think it just looks cool.
I mean, it does look cool. Don't get me wrong. I just like when I tell people, it's like, oh, yeah, drag is. I'm like, just don't. Like, there's very few things that I'll be like, you shouldn't do this. I'm like, no, be careful. Learn how to use it. Just don't use it.
Right.
You will. Is there more of a kickback with it?
No, it's actually less because what's in the shotgun shell is so much lighter. Because that's what recoil is. It's not the bang.
Yeah.
It's the energy it takes for the round to leave the gun.
So a perfect spot to shoot that is just in a rock field.
Yeah, in a quarry, like where there's just rocks.
Or if you're on a boat in the ocean.
Yeah, that would technically
That'd
work.
be sick.
Yeah, right?
Just shoot it.
Just letting it off in the air. Now, how far is the spread? The fire, or does the fire legit come out of the gun, or is it when it like hits?
No.
ignites?
As soon as it leaves the barrel, the combustion from the shell makes it burn, and it comes out of the gun.
I'm
That way.
curious.
Now,
if it
does that
fucks up
affect
your
the
gun.
range?
I mean, the
Like
range
how far you could?
it's decent. I want to say it's 100 feet. I'm not. I'm just making. I may be making that up, but yeah, it doesn't go as far because it's all the little pieces that just kind of.
Right.
So
I'm curious if it fucks up the internals of your gun.
I don't think so. I think if you used a lot of it, it would.
Right. And I can guarantee you cleaning your gun is going to be a motherfucker because it's probably all that carbine.
That's a good point. I
Can
don't
you
know
put that in like a handgun round, or it's
I mean,
strictly shot?
technically. So
That'd be
here's what
sick.
drag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd
A
be sick.
Dragon's Breath 9mm round?
So here's the thing of it. You could do it once. Like you could if somebody who reloads, you could take the bullet out and put magnesium in it. But the problem is it's not going to cycle. You would have to like manually
Right,
do it.
one per.
You could make it happen though.
So one shot.
You could do it once.
It'll be like that's like
That's
some
what I do
17
with that's what I do
like,
with the home intruder.
Bro, that's like some 1776 shit.
It's a
bro.
musket.
Like a one and done with a plunger.
Well, that's what ghost guns are, aren't they? One and done things, like just in case.
No,
boom,
dude, now
get rid of 'em.
fucking 3D printed guns, they fucking cycle through, bro. They cycle through.
So if you want to actually a testament to like the first company who made the frames, Polymer 80.
Yeah.
My teaching gun, my carry gun, is like one of the first gen Polymer 80s.
Yeah.
Didn't they used to sell the kits like
That's how I got my gun.
where like they're in styrofoam, but you put them in and you put the whole
that's-
gun together?
That's how I have my
That's how
gun.
you legally you could buy. Well, I don't know if it's anymore, but I remember like a couple of years ago you were able to buy
When
those
I
legally
first-
and put them together.
My first like real size gun was a kit that I built. I went through a gun shop in the area. I was like, hey, I have this thing. I want to serialize it. And they like put it through their system, gave it a serial number, and I gave it to the county. And like I got a legal like ghost gun.
And anybody could do that. Well, I don't know about now, but
So,
like a couple of years ago, I know you were
technically,
able to.
yes.
Because I know someone who used to buy them and sell them.
So legally speaking, you can do it. The problem is going to be finding somewhere that's going to be willing to do it.
Yes.
Because you can find a distributor who might ship to your gun shop, but your gun shop will be like, I don't want that. I don't want to touch that. And then if you find a gun shop that would take that, you got to convince your county to put it on your permit, which there's so many levels of shit that can go wrong.
And that's the hard part because when people hear ghost guns, they think, all right, this guy's up to no good, or this guy should be
It's a
on
made
the
up
watch
term.
list.
It's not a
Yeah.
thing. It's made up.
It's like the term assault rifle. It's not a real thing. It's not a real thing.
Assault weapon. Assault rifle is
Well, the
more
only
real.
reason I would want a ghost gun is if I can't get a legal one.
Oh, that's not my wheelhouse.
You know what I mean? Like if I'm just saying, if I wanted a ghost gun, I have intentions with that thing. You know
but
what I mean? Like they're not good intentions.
I personally,
me.
I'm at the stage of my firearm ownership where like I think I know what best fits me.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's getting to a point where I think I want to fucking build like a handgun from bottom up, like scrap, like soup
Right.
to nuts. Like it may be a 19 frame with maybe I want a precision. You know what I mean? I want
yeah.
Shadow Systems fucking slot. You know what I mean?
You can do that. You can buy like a strip frame from either like a Glock strip frame, or there's other companies that make strip frames that you can build up on. You can absolutely do that.
like internals and shit.
Yeah,
like
because
that.
you would just transfer the frame the same way you would a pistol, and then you just buy your parts to put in it.
So what makes a handgun illegal? Not like I'm saying if I buy one, right? I buy a regular one stock. What parts make it illegal? Obvious, like
You mean
bigger
features? Like
yeah.
so a threaded barrel is definitely a
You can't
no-no
put a silencer.
Why is that?
because they said so. That's it. That's literally it.
Right, because they think a threaded barrel you could put a silencer on.
Even though
Maybe
you
I don't
can't
want to
le-
wake my kids.
Even though
you
you
Still
comes
loud
to
as
my
fuck though.
Yeah.
Like it's
That's one thing about movies, right? Like a silencer ain't that
No,
fucking
dude,
silent.
so-
where like if you're standing there and I shoot him, you're not going to hear that.
Perfect
Sounds like a
example.
paintball
I was in Georgia last month at CanCon, an entire 2-day convention of suppressed guns. A suppressed AR-15 is louder than an unsuppressed handgun.
See,
It is
that's one
very
thing I hate.
loud
So I don't understand why espresso is illegal.
because of fear from politicians. That's the only reason any of this stuff is illegal, because they either don't want to have us to have it, or they just don't understand.
They could make a killing off it on money wise.
that's
If
the
they
whole
tax
thing.
the shit out of it, do whatever the fuck you got to do.
That's the whole thing with pistol braces too. That's a whole big fucking thing. How people think.
What's a brace?
So pistol braces
gotta
are
ask.
like
No, it's
apparently are like the gatekeeper of creating an assault rifle now
An
and
SBR,
killing
yeah.
everybody, which is retarded.
But what is it?
Originally they were made for handicapped people. That's what it was. Where people would hand deficiencies.
When you say brace, what do you mean?
so it literally it's on the frame. Ooh, what's on my hand? Gross.
Okay, I don't know where his brain's at. A pistol brace, it goes on, it's initially for the AR-15, goes on the buffer tube, like where the stock would be. It goes over that, and it's like a big rubber thing that would clamp onto your arm.
lock on.
Right.
Because it was designed for disabled veterans who couldn't shoot their ARs anymore. So the SB
So it's a stability.
yeah, it clamps onto your forearm so you can hold it and still shoot your AR-15.
And they try to say it's
fuck
a
would
bump
that be
stock.
legal?
Some
No,
fucking stupid.
so it's a stock because they made that version. They made like a more slimline
So
version.
stocks are illegal too?
No, stocks are fine.
Stocks are
it's what
fine.
you put it's what you put the stock on that becomes the problem. Like if you have a rifle with a 16-inch or longer barrel, you can put a stock on that. But if your barrel is shorter than 16 inches, that's a short-barreled rifle according to the government, and you have to pay a $200 tax stamp to own that.
Just another way for the middle
That's
class.
so dumb. Also with the magazine, like what's the cap limit?
In New York, it's 10.
10. So, but I'm also licensed in the state of Pennsylvania. I could fucking.
You can have a 100-round drumstick and add your Glock if you wanted.
In Pennsylvania.
In Pennsylvania, yeah. There's
But
no-
once you come into New York line, you got to change.
Same thing with Jersey as well? Or?
Jersey, I don't want to say it's still 15 because
Right.
it might have been changed to 10.
I know Connecticut's still fucking
Connecticut's
Leroy
10.
Jenkins.
No,
Oh, no, Connecticut's 10.
Connecticut's
right.
limited.
Connecticut's always 10. But so it's funny because we're a rock throw away from Pennsylvania, right? So in the state of New York, I always have to carry 10-round magazines on
Yes.
me. But I could drive 20 minutes and have a fucking
have whatever you
100-round
want.
magazine.
Yep.
So, what's
the science behind it,
The
though?
irony.
It's no science. That's the thing. It's not science. It's because back in 2013, when the SAFE Act became a thing, Cuomo was like, nobody hunts with an assault rifle. Nobody needs 10 bullets. So he said you can only have 7. But so you would have to have a 10-round. This was the way the law was written before.
Is that one in the chamber or no?
That's the chamber that's excluded. You can have one in the chamber. I'm
so
talking about
11 total, like in
Yeah,
okay.
so right now you could have 10 rounds in your gun plus the round in the chamber. But in 13, this is how arbitrary and stupid everything is. He said, nobody needs 10 bullets. You don't know what I do and don't need, first of all. He said, 7 rounds is the limit now. So here's what you have to do. You buy your 10-round magazine, but you can only put 7 rounds in it.
But can you carry multiple magazines?
You can. What the fuck do you think?
So if
do?
I had 20 magazines with all 7 bullets,
I mean, it would be.
I still have fucking 140 fucking bullets.
I mean, if you could carry 20 magazines.
No, you know what I mean. But like,
impressive. Yeah.
so
I
it don't matter how many magazines you have. It just matters how many are in
There's
per
nothing written in
magazine.
the law about that. No,
And that's my biggest
That's
beef.
stupid.
That's
of
my
course
biggest,
it is. That's the crux of everything
Right.
we're talking about right now. Yeah, it's
Stupidity.
all fucking stupid. 100%.
That's my biggest beef with any type of AR that, like, an AR-15, right? So the biggest beef, well, you have high-capacity magazines, 30 rounds, you can sort of, so it's like, I'll tell you what, in the state of Pennsylvania, I can carry 2 17-round magazines and blow through those before I blow through one fucking 30-round AR magazine.
Well, 30 AR is 30. 17 plus 17 is more than 30.
Well, I'm saying I can still blow through both of them before a fucking 30-round
Oh, yeah, of
AR
course.
magazine. So what's the difference? Even if I have 10-round magazines, right, and an AR has 30 rounds, you know how fast I can go through 3 fucking 10-round magazines?
You not fast. Him probably.
Oh, me?
Now,
Bro,
I will give him that.
Say
He's-
the word, motherfucker.
I'll walk
So
out the
he
door
can
and I'll be
shoot
in my
through
car.
quick. The question is, will he hit anything?
Say the word,
That's where the
motherfucker.
question comes in.
Say the word. Say the word, Ange. How's your life insurance policy? How's your life insurance policy?
I don't know.
We're about to fucking find out. You keep fucking around, bro.
What's this hand-to-hand combat shit? that he wants
We
me
have
to do?
that. Yeah, we have some hand-to-hand classes.
No, the force on force, whatever.
Oh, force on. Oh, yes.
Like, am I able to fuck up Brian legally on paper?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sign paper. We sign.
Yeah.
Training knives, training pistols. We go hand. I've been needing the skull in force on force classes.
Because I want to fuck him up.
oh, we can do it.
Where I can't
100%.
get sued.
We wear.
you know what?
We wear speedos. We get
can.
lubed up. We get lubed up. We wear speedos and we wrestle.
And then but safety glasses to be safe.
Yeah, safety glasses just to be case.
Goggles, like the swimmer goggles, or the,
No, it's like full like airsoft face gear.
like paintball mask.
So
almost.
if you, I mean, is he getting signed? Is he signed up for it?
He's going.
He's going. Did you sign him up? Is
I'll do
it
it.
on paper?
I'll sign him
I'll
up
do it.
tonight.
Sign him up tonight. What we'll do the we'll do the drill where you fight over the gun. Perfect. You guys will love that.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, what like as far as like, cause that's a fight or flight like experience right there. right?
Absolutely.
What is like the limit I could do?
In terms of what?
Like, if me and him are fighting over a gun, like, am I
like
able to
how
fucking
far?
headbutt him? Like, what am I able to do? Because I don't really want to hurt him.
All right. So,
But I'm not going to let him get the gun.
So here's the rule that we tell our students, and when we train when we train in dojos and stuff, do not do to someone else that you wouldn't want done back to you. Like if we set up, it's all right. We're going to learn to disarm. Do you want me to punch you in the face while we're doing this drill?
No, but
Then
in
don't
that
punch me in the face.
situation, I would.
Right. So here's the thing. That's something you have to agree upon before you step in the ring. It's like, okay, what are we cool with? What are we not cool with? I mean, you guys had Julie on for two episodes. You know what consent's going on.
Well, she doesn't understand about the word consent. That girl is fucking full
She's
Leroy
fucking
Jenkins.
wild, bro.
So exactly. So Ange, like if you, let's just say, fucking throat chop me, right, while we're trying to get this gun, fully expect me to fucking throat chop you and be okay with it.
Yes, 100%.
You know what I mean?
As long as you
Like,
guys
if you can dish
set your
it,
boundaries, you do
if
whatever
you
you
can
want.
dish it, you're gonna fucking take it.
All right. So if I happen to go with you, I want anything goes.
No, you're going. No,
The only
happen.
caveat is make sure you guys can walk out of there at the end of the night.
I'll be walking.
I mean,
If
here's
I
the
go
thing. If you
line.
guys really want to get froggy with it, we have the dojo at Hudson Valley now that, like, no one's in there. We can go in there whenever we want and do more or less anything.
just fight.
Yeah,
On
you
the
can do
mats.
that.
They got
Absolutely.
mats.
Yeah, there's mats, there's gloves, you can do whatever you wanted in there, more or less.
I'm just nervous about me fucking ripping up my shoulder. That's my only fear. Because if I rip that shoulder up,
What'd you do to your shoulder?
just years wear and tear from sports and working.
I can
and,
relate.
and then like fucking like I would get scar tissue, then the scar tissue turned into like cysts. It's like, oh, next year I get it looked at. Next year I get it looked
And
at.
it just-
Next year I get
just
it looked
built
at.
and built and built
Yeah,
and-
to the point where I was walking and my shoulder had about a 3-inch fucking.
Oh, it had a dip. Oh,
I
wow.
was basically, my right shoulder was hanging on by fibers, literally fibers. And I started noticing that, you can put the mic down if you want a little bit. I started noticing that when we were shooting, after, I don't know, like mid-class or whatever, you know how you always say, don't drop your shoulder, right? Or don't drop your head. My full intent was to, present, but
And it was-
my fucking shoulder, I was compensated. And then we did an AR class, and thank God I was using Justin's 22.
Oh, I taught that class.
Right. So thank God I was using his 22 because if I was
hurting.
bro, the one, even though when I put like a couple 5.56 rounds through, I was like,
Felt it.
this feels a little clicky, So then, then I had to get a fucking option.
Ryan let me play with his gun a couple times. Not shoot it up.
I was going to say, is that a metaphor for something?
my dick.
Ryan let me play with his. No, we were playing with his gun like in here, like nothing loaded. He was trying to show me like to aim down the sights. I personally feel I wouldn't use the barrel as a sight.
I would hope not, because you can only look one way.
No,
in
like
the
with
barrel.
his
You mean
sight.
the optics?
Yeah,
The red dot?
I don't like the optics. I feel like I'd have a better shot doing my hand-eye.
No.
I'm telling you, you think that until
Hold on, I'm just trying to clarify the statement. You're saying that you would rather just like arbitrarily point the gun as opposed to using the sights?
And I bet you I hit better.
I'll take that bet any day.
I would,
Wait,
yeah.
so at what kind of distance? Because I'm not gonna lie, 3 yards out.
You kind
Like
of
that
kinda
chair,
gross sight.
I'd rather use just regular my sight
No way.
without looking in your little
well, it
optic.
depends on
I
the-
feel like I'd hit where it says
So-
full auto full.
on dead
I
center?
feel like
No.
I'd feel like I'd hit right up there.
No way.
Without a sight.
Nope. You could probably hit the chair.
No,
But like
I'm
to-
hitting it.
You know what the best would be? The best way to solve this? It's so easy. The fucking OFT cold standard.
Oh yeah,
First shot of the day.
cold standard drill, absolutely.
3x3 card.
Yeah,
right?
so it's a 3x5 index card. You fold the corners up to represent this part of the body. 7 yards, 21 feet. First shot, no warm up.
7 yards.
7 yards, 21 feet.
So how far? All right. So that's probably somewhere
That's half that. Double this. Double what you're looking at.
yeah.
to get it right there. Double
Yeah,
where I'm looking at.
As a matter of fact, that little white spot on the chair is the size
It's
of what
kind
you'd
of-
have
yeah,
to hit at
yeah.
double the distance.
Double distance.
Yeah.
That I feel like I would need a sight, but something like right there. I'm hitting that O in auto.
The O in
I'm
auto
hitting up there like I'm gonna be close.
with no sights.
Yeah.
No way.
How long will we give it? You're going to be able to sit there for 10 minutes and just...
No. I'm talking like full. You give me it, and I just go like this.
I'll take that bet any day of the
Yeah,
week.
I'll take
telling you.
I take a side bet on that.
Do I have like a
What?
perimeter other than like that line? Like
Well, you
I'm-
just said the
You just
O
said
on
the
that,
O
yeah,
on the
which
auto.
is basically
So
twice
if you
the
give me
size
the
of a
full
bullet.
auto, and I sat
full
here with a
little
gun
white-
right now, and I went like this, I'd hit it
With no sights.
no sight,
No fucking way.
and I'd hit it.
No.
Dude, I'm telling you, I know myself. I know I'd hit that. But my hand-eye
He knows
coordination
himself.
is fucking phenomenal.
You're not taking into consideration. It's not just hand-eye coordination. It's all about your fucking trigger press.
100% right.
It's about your grip.
And that's
it's about your fucking. It's about your. So it's also about.
I hope you guys prove me wrong.
Your
I
visual
do. I hope
sighting.
I'm completely wrong. Because if I'm right, You guys will never live it down.
But I also felt
Just-
the same
just
way
look.
too. I also felt the same way. I thought
But you're retarded.
I know, I get it, but I also I thought I could fucking brace yourself, fool, and I'd be
But
just
you also
fine.
don't have like a manly bone in your body. Like this is the most manly.
he
thing
does on
you've
the
done
weekend sometimes.
in your entire life.
Sir.
Shooting guns is the most manliest thing you've ever done.
Come on, man. What are you talking about? I'm fucking as manly as they come. You fucking manscaping. You're the biggest metrosexual I know. You're gonna come at me about fucking not a manly bone in my body?
Yes, not a manly bone.
Not a bit. You literally shave your legs, your back,
Do
your
you really
arms.
shave your
I
legs?
trim everything. I don't shave. I trim.
Look how fucking Casper White his
Well, you have
fucking
ink,
legs are.
so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, so do I. But you know what? I don't shave my.
You got
arms.
blonde
I'm
hair.
a man. Because I'm a man.
You just told me yesterday you shave your body when you go on vacation.
Vacation
so shut
doesn't
up.
count.
Shut up.
A lot
Let
of
him
things
shut
don't
up.
count when
You
you're on
shave your
vacation.
body
Yeah, he
when you go-
shaves. I
Not
trim.
my body. Not my
He
body.
trims.
Whoa.
I was going to say, yeah.
He shaves. Don't let him
No,
fucking
no.
fool you.
You do this on a regular daily basis.
No, I don't.
You go and get manicures and you get your eyebrows done.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gay.
I look better than you.
Why are you gay?
I look better than you. Because I look
for that
better
all
than you.
night.
You don't look better than me. You don't look better than me. You're just a fucking. You are a multiverse John Leguizamo. You're
Okay.
just a miserable.
done.
you're
I
just
mean,
a
it's better than a multiverse Steve Buscemi.
Ooh, I know someone that looks like him. It's disgusting.
That's sad.
And I
You
got
know,
the
Nick
whole.
Rage
Buscemi, though.
Nick Rage kind of has a little Buscemi in him.
No, don't do that.
He's
dude.
caught a little. Nick,
Don't do
caught
that
a little
to him.
Buscemi in him.
So if you were sitting right where I am, you'd be able to hit that, no problem.
Easily. I could hit it
Like
upside
from,
down.
from like
one-handed.
this,
Yeah, like I could turn the gun upside down and hit that. That's not.
easily.
Yeah, that's a parlor trick. That's not hard.
upside down.
I mean, if you don't mind me putting a hole in your wall, I'll do it.
Oh, I definitely.
This ain't my house. Have fun.
I definitely mind that.
I don't think you'd mind. Your wife probably be mad. We just patch it up.
Oh yeah, just add it to the list.
Realistically,
Realistically. Okay.
how accurate would you be? Like right off, right here. Like you'd be able to hit the O.
Yeah.
100%. I would.
How long?
I'll tell you
how
right
many,
now.
How
So,
how many
I
seconds?
mean, Ryan will attest to this. I can hit a folded index card and double that distance in under 1.5 seconds from the draw.
from your hip.
From I do it every class he comes in, or almost every class.
It's a cold standard, bro.
That's impressive, dude. No, like it is
Appreciate
impressive.
1.6 is my average. 1.6.
It's pretty good.
That's too long.
No, it's not. It's pretty good.
It's too long.
Too long.
I'll fucking be in your face by then.
Ange, you can't pronounce a word longer than 1.6 seconds.
I'll be in your fucking face by then.
My God, you're gonna fucking.
See,
blow
he
a
don't
hamstring.
count. So if I did the knife challenge with you, he don't count. He don't count.
You don't
But if I did the
understand.
knife
Now I have
challenge with you,
incentive?
if
Now
I did the knife
Oh,
challenge you,
God.
I would fucking slit your fucking throat.
I'm gonna shoot you, then shit down your throat.
You ain't got enough time.
Oh, this is
I'm
so
gonna have
much
plenty
better
of time.
live.
I'm gonna have plenty of time, and then you know what? I'm gonna take a selfie while you're fucking gasping for air. Oop, oop.
Well, we're not going to use a real knife for real round.
Oh, sorry. I mean, okay. So
He got real
you know
dark
what?
on
Because then I'm going to do a sneak attack. I'm going to get you while you're sleeping.
Ange, I'm telling you right now, we could fucking run
got
this,
keys
bro.
to this bitch.
I have in very close proximity. I can very much make a gun safe, and I could just put it right in my holster, and you try.
So
to
hear me out. So say we were in that class
Okay.
right now. You see it over there. I'm not going to say.
Oh shit.
You'd have to get that before I get you. I'd have to try to get that before you.
I'm disappointed.
You think you'd be able to get that before I get you?
I'll kill you,
You think you'd be able to get that before I throw this and jump on your back?
Ange. I will fucking kill you. I'll kill you. I will fucking
You
kill
got something on your ankle? Is that what it is? You got something on your ankle?
Listen, Ange, I'll fucking kill you, bro. I'll fucking kill you.
You won't be able to get it fast enough.
Guarantee you. I guarantee you.
don't-
And you know what? Not for
Him
nothing.
maybe. You
with
know.
your adrenaline, and then everything going on when your fat pudgy fingers. Even if you got that gun, I'm so confident you'll miss me at this close of a range that I'll just take the gun out of your hands and laugh in your face, and that'd be a better victory than anything.
We're going to try that. Dude, something has to be done.
I mean, sign him up, and we can do any crazy scenario
we're
you
doing it.
want.
you know
doing
what?
it.
I want to go at it with Ben.
What are you nuts?
Oh my god.
Ben is- Ben is-
Hand-to-hand combat, nothing. In the
He's
dojo,
dying.
just me and him in our underwear to the death. To the death.
Bro, do you understand? He's dying to put you. He's dying to
I know.
chokeslam you through
He
a
wants to
flaming
choke
table.
slam.
He
Very
really doesn't
badly.
like what I did to that Mexican.
No.
No,
I'm sure he's done worse. He grew up in the cities in the 80s and shit.
he
He's
was a
done worse.
bouncer. He used to be. A
He's
bouncer.
done worse than what I did to that man.
No, I don't know, because you know what? Like, at the end of the day, you took money out of some poor man's mouth.
I was 19 years old, bro.
Bro, it doesn't matter. You think about like what you've done. Like that kid, he maybe has kids.
Yeah, well, that
Maybe
sucks.
maybe you would pull Elian Gonzalez.
You know what? I don't give a fuck anymore. How about that?
Ooh.
I used to care, but now that everybody makes it like a thing, I don't care. I'll do it again. I'll do it right now. You know what? Maybe that's what I'll do on Christmas Eve, the day before Christmas Eve. I'll go get my pickup truck. I'll grab like 10 of them.
That's way too much.
I'll go get like 10 of them, put them in the back of my truck, have them move all the garbage out of my house, dump it, and go, all right, guys, just clean this up, and I'll be right back. Never come back. How about that? How about that? How about
The problem is...
And then I'll go right to Ben's dojo, and we'll get down to
The problem
Ben.
the problem is that, in case you haven't noticed, when's the last time you got a little Home Depot help?
They're expensive.
Not even just that. They fucking unionized in the parking lot. They fucking unionized. Like,
Do they have a union rep and a business manager in the parking lot?
I swear on everything I love, they have. It's the craziest thing. So you go to a Home Depot parking lot now. They would have like their business agent come up, right? Their shop steward, and it's the guy who speaks perfect English, right? And he goes, all right, what are you looking for? I'm like, I need some painting, some compound, some sanding. He goes, all right, these are the guys you want to go to at this rate. But if you want like just to get like kind of okay work done, a little bit of everything, these guys you want at this rate. He goes, what else are you looking for? You want to do flooring?
He pimps them out.
He literally, and they're all these
shop steward.
poor little papi chulos are just standing there like Sarah McLachlan, like in the arms of an angel.
But who pays him?
I will paint your.
Who pays him?
So, let's just say you get these two guys at, now they're like fucking like $120 a day.
They're more than that.
Yeah,
They're
like
more than
150.
that.
So then you give the money to him. They huddle up in like a little Mexican like little fucking circle, right? You don't know. So if he's making $300 because you're getting the two, you don't know if they're getting $50, $75.
Wow, yeah.
Because he probably worked out a deal. Oh, you got to speak perfect English.
Well,
You
I
got my
wouldn't
job.
talk to him. After he said that, I'm like, oh, those two guys I got to talk to? No problem. Get the fuck out of my way, guy.
They don't, bro. They're like fucking,
They're
bro.
organized now.
They're like mail order brides. They don't move. They stand strong. They're union strong. They're fucking
Because if they
taqueria
turn
strong,
their back on that guy, it's over.
bro. They're taqueria strong, bro. Let me tell you.
Taqueria strong.
I haven't picked up a worker in a long time.
It's the last time I did it was my last house in the Bronx when in the middle of COVID when I was like doing some renovations.
How much did you pay?
$120 each.
Cheap fuck.
That's what he. I agreed to that.
I mean,
terms.
at least he paid them.
right. $120 each, right?
Dude, he got to experience, like,
And they get lunch.
he got experience out of that.
What fucking experience did he get about getting left on the side of the road in Yonkers?
Chill, Whitey.
All right. First off, he got the experience to work with me. I'm pretty
That's
cool to work
fucking
with.
great.
He was good. He was a good dude. He got the experience to work with me, and now he knows navigational skills. He had to figure
Assuming
out how to get
he's
home.
still alive.
I can't believe you
know
just
what?
said that.
How are you trying to gaslight us into fucking that you made the right decision?
Hey, how about this? I don't even think he had a phone.
Oh my god. You know what? Honestly,
But he had enough change to get on a bus.
yeah, because he came with $10.
Okay? He had enough change to get on the bus. He had enough change to get on the fucking bus. Dude, listen, I regret nothing.
I know, and that's what makes it even better. To be honest with you, that you don't give a flying fuck.
That's special
You're
scumbag right there.
But you like,
Bro.
do you understand that like the magnitude? You probably created a whole generations of Papi Chulos hating fucking the White
yeah.
Devil. He quits
An
to watch it.
entire bloodline that hates
Right.
this one
That's
fucking
it.
guy.
We're not the first people. I'm not the first person to do that, and I'm not the last. Look at the dude who killed George Floyd.
What about him? Oh, you mean hold on? It's funny you say that because
He got stabbed up.
no, well, recent reports just
Oh
came
yeah,
out.
I was reading that too.
Nobody killed George Floyd. George Floyd killed himself with fentanyl and drugs.
Okay. Well, that one guy, what's his name? Something Kavanaugh?
Derek Chauvin.
Chauvin.
I told him
Kavanaugh's not a
Kavanaugh.
judge. Holy shit, he's a Supreme Court judge just so fucking stupid.
You do not have a great grasp on the English
I'm
language. huh?
retarded. I'm retarded.
Oh my god.
What's his name? Dave? something?
Derek Chauvin.
Derek. He got stabbed in prison this week, and they're saying it was a
22 times FBI informant.
yeah.
What are the
I was
odds?
reading that, yeah.
What are the odds? Go figure.
They didn't
I
kill
forget what the guy was in jail for that stabbed him, but it was like
He's an FBI informant. He used to work for the Mexican, I want to say cartel, but he was basically an FBI informant and, doing fucking
Right.
shit. And he got arrested for threatenings and briberies and doing like all types of threats and, like.
Is he still locked up or he's out now? Or we don't know.
He's
probably
long
still
gone.
in there.
He's long. That guy, whoever did it, I'm sure he's.
I'm surprised it took this
or
long.
his family's living large.
Right before someone.
Fair enough.
Because-
Someone
you know
went after
why?
him. He was protected.
You know why? Those cops, first off, every cop knows if you're guilty or not. And those cops knew for a fact. And even the prosecutors knew that, like, while this was going on, they made a fucking example out of this poor guy.
He's not a poor guy. He was an asshole, right?
No.
From what I heard, that like that wasn't his first problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
guess
From
he had
prior to
some
that,
other
he was a
issues.
dick.
So what? So if you have an altercation in your life, now you're all of a sudden a piece of shit?
Not saying
That's
you're
what you judge me on.
Well, because you are a piece of
So
shit.
if the roles were reversed there, and I was that guy, and I go kill someone right now, I'm the bad guy.
All I know is that if you ever told me that you would go to Home Depot to get some help because you need something to your house, I'm flying to your house and I'm just going to be like, help is on the way, dear. Because that guy's not going to get paid. He's not going to get fed. And you're probably going to abuse him all day.
First
and
off-
his poor children.
first
This is
off-
the
first
holiday
off.
season.
My landscapers,
Yeah, another one. Perfect example.
Taken care of.
Hold on. The landscapers? Because if
I
I'm
started
not
a war with
mistaken,
my landscapers, by the way.
Okay, I wanna hear this
So,
now.
when I bought my house, when I bought my house, I hired my own landscaper. Dude's awesome. He just does contractor work. Good dude. He was in the Mexican military. Good dude. Why he was cutting my lawn, like let's say he cut my lawn on Mondays and Thursdays, someone was coming and cutting my lawn like Wednesdays and Fridays. The people before me never canceled their
Oh,
thing.
so you were getting like the contract from the other.
so Age was double dipping, knowing he's double dipping, by the way.
So no, listen. One day the other company was cutting my lawn. I'm like, hey guys, like I'm not paying you guys. Like I don't even know who the fuck you guys are. Because odds are I was at work and never seen them.
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? So it was like happened to be when I was at work. I finally seen
You
these.
saw. You're
random
like,
companies.
who's the?
I'm like, hey, I don't know why you guys cut. Because I like live in like a little area. I'm like, oh shit, did they pay to get my fucking lawn cut? And I'm paying someone else.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know who's paying you, but I got my own.
Go ahead.
I got my own guy. And dude, you fucked up my story. I don't even know where I'm going now. So I basically told those guys, you're not cutting my lawn. I have my guy. I'm gonna fucking stab him in his fucking throat.
Save it for the Force on Force class.
So now these guys hate me. These other landscapers. They caught my landscaper in a garage, a gas station. Like 4 different companies rolled up on this one guy. I started a
Whoa.
garden warfare, bro.
You started a warfare with the landscapers.
Yeah. So how am I a bad person for that?
Because you double dipped.
I didn't do it intentionally.
So even if they did work,
So if
they did work, right? If they did work, right? If they did work unintentionally, knowing you'd be like, listen, guys, I got my guys. I appreciate the work.
That's what
you
I did.
and you hit him off for a couple dollars for the work that they
He didn't even finish.
What are you talking
Can't
about?
halfway do my lawn.
So you halfway pay him.
I don't know what they charge. No. So if you go to Walmart, you give the cashier fucking $50 or fucking a pack of gum. She gives you back $50 by accident plus some. You give that $50 back?
Are you comparing manual labor to a fucking
That's a weird
cashier
example.
at
I'm not gonna
Walmart?
lie.
You're not going to
That's
give the
not
money
even
back,
money?
but you wouldn't give the money back.
So let me.
So that cashier at
You're going
Walmart's
to
already
take
on
the free
salary
money.
getting
You're going
paid.
to take the free money, just like I took the free cuts. And how about this? I'm going to fucking be honest. I knew they were cutting my lawn for a
I
while.
knew it. I
didn't
fucking
say
knew
no.
it. I knew
didn't
it.
say nothing until my wife said something. And she goes, they're going to charge us one day. And I said, the fuck they are. I was like, I'm going to put this. They cut my lawn for a good 6 months. I was getting my lawn cut
Wow.
every day
6 months.
for like 6 months.
Dude, you are fucking.
I am an asshole.
You're an
Yeah,
asshole.
dude, beat the
You're
system.
a fucking
Beat-
asshole.
Everybody else beats the system. Why can't I beat the system?
Because we're above that. We're better. We are fucking. We already have the world against us because they're white. You know what I mean?
White.
Like
White
we're-
devil.
White devil. He comes to watch you. You know what I mean? Like we already have the world against us. You are literally the reason why fucking Gen Z, blue-haired, fucking pansexual living
Hate
beings
men?
on Twitter or X are complaining about it. You're the reason why.
Dude,
I don't know. I wouldn't put that burden on. He's a dick, but he's
And
not
just
the
and just like one rally away from having a burning tiki torch. Okay.
burning a tiki torch.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
That whole thing was feds anyway. None of
Yeah,
those dudes
of
were
course.
fucking real.
Just like there was 211 feds in the January 6th fucking riots. That
Well, that's still. I'm not even gonna say nothing about that because that's still that shit's still going on.
so fucking ridiculous.
I'm an asshole, but I'm a good dude. I'm a good dude. I promise you I'm a good person.
To who?
To everybody I care about. Everybody else go fuck
How
themselves.
many people do you care about?
Handful. My family, friends. Everybody
I mean-
else don't care.
I think you're an asshole,
care.
and I also think you're a fucking.
No, I'm a good person, dude. I have a good heart, whether you believe it or not, kind of.
How could you say you have a good heart when literally 3 minutes ago you just said fuck this guy for 6 months, doing basically being your slave?
They were
not
getting
paying
paid.
him.
it's fuck the company. Fuck corporate. Fuck
Who's
it.
getting paid?
It's not.
Bro,
Wait. It's not a corporation. It's a bunch of Mexicans in a
Bro,
fucking trailer.
You're
But
telling
they
us
have a boss. They have a boss who's an Irish guy who actually lives kind of close to you.
no shit.
He lives kind of close to you. Like.
So you're fucking the Irish?
Yeah.
Now I
I
got-
told you I don't like
now
Irish
I
people.
got a problem.
I told you I don't like Irish people. I'm Italian. I don't like Irish people. Yep, I said it.
Well, you are flanked by 2 Irish guys.
Listen,
Bro.
Fat Jonah Hill and adult Kyle Rittenhouse, you guys ain't got shit on me, right?
First off, Angelucci, in case you haven't noticed, my friend, you need to fucking do a little sum over here because you're looking a little pudgeline
That's
over
fine.
here. You're looking a little pudgeline.
I'm Italian.
What does that even mean?
So hold on,
All right, Cuomo.
I have to know now. Did you tell him the Rittenhouse thing, or did you just do
No,
that?
you think he's too fucking smart enough to retain anything?
Retain
I
any
ever tell
information?
him?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm actually going to SHOT Show this year. I'm gonna find him and I'm gonna take a picture with him.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a picture.
How
with
old is he now? He got to be like in his 20s now, right?
him. Something like that.
Yeah, he has to be in his 20s.
He gets ass.
You think fucking you could give him if I give you a hoodie? You think you could give it
Yeah.
for me?
a
Absolutely.
hoodie?
Yeah.
What, undomesticated hoodie?
Fuck yeah.
He ain't gonna wear it
Why not?
because he looks like a little dick. He looks like a dick.
He's a little dick, and he would thoroughly appreciate our show.
Yeah,
And
but
I'll take that smoke. I'll take that.
oh
smoke,
yeah, 100%. If he takes a picture wearing the fucking hood, it'd be fucking great.
right?
But he looks like a dickhead person.
Where is SHOT Show coming up?
Vegas.
It is.
It's always,
It's
in
always
Vegas.
Vegas. We're not talking
It's the same
about-
spot. Yeah.
What's
Is
shop
it- is-
show?
SHOT Show. So SHOT Show
It's
is
like Comic-Con
The
for-
it's the big industry convention for the gun industry. Like
Hey.
all the big manufacturers show up to this one place in Vegas for a week.
Is SHOT Show at Mandalay Bay?
I believe. No, I think
Too
it's
soon?
No, it is too soon, and no, I forget where it's at. That's terrible. But Vegas is it's a pain in the ass with SHOT Show because everybody has like all the show guns and the display guns.
Yeah.
But like, there's a lot of hotels that like if they know you have a gun, they won't let you in the hotel. Like you
Really?
pay for a room and you show up, and like actually Ben was telling me the story. Was
Well, why
last
do they
year?
gotta know?
I mean, because everybody's afraid of the Mandalay Bay thing because that's what happened. You know, the guy.
but there's
broke-
metal detectors and shit at hotels
Another
now?
fucking plant, FBI plant. By the way, I said it. I said it.
But they don't have metal detectors in hotels.
No, but they ask. Like,
Yeah, you just say no.
I mean, no. It's not a do you. They want to search your stuff.
No way. They're not allowed to
Well,
do that.
that's what
are
happened to Ben. I mean, I'll tell the
Well,
story.
when you're walking into a room with fucking hard cases,
yeah,
and like
big Pelican cases and
so
stickers and
all
shit.
all these like hotels know that. All right, it's SHOT Show this week.
Yeah,
Just
they know
like
who- they
just
know
like-
who's coming in.
Like if it's the AVN Awards, like you know what demographic you get.
Same days, by the way. It happens at the same time.
The hotels could literally shut down the show if they really wanted to. At this
I mean,
point.
if they all banded together and wanted to screw stuff up, they could. But the problem is, there's
brings in
such
too much money.
it brings in a lot of money. There's a lot, thousands of people
Right.
doing like for like a week. It gets so dense. Like
so
they
he
can't
said
afford
it's like
it.
Comic Con. What do they actually do there? What, everybody just comes with their guns, or like is it like a shop? Like
it is all the manufacturers buy space at the hotel. I'm going to sound like a jackass to everyone who does this. I don't remember the name of the hotel, the place that they do it, but where they do it, they all buy space. Like we get a
Right.
booth.
It's like the Javits Center with cars.
Yes, it's more. They all buy a booth, whatever manufacturer, Smith and Wesson, Night Fishing,
What's coming up in the
yeah,
future?
what their new stuff is, what their cool stuff is, whatever their products.
and
are.
they also sell there.
They can. I mean, I'm actually not sure how that would work with the guns because you have to like do transferring and stuff. But there's plenty of companies. Shit, when I was in Georgia, there was a company called Next Torch. They're like a flashlight company, and I bought this little fucking pocket light for like $20 if I could get it out of my damn pocket.
Get it.
Fuck out of my pocket! Wow.
And this guy's supposed to draw on me. Get the foot.
I think it's at
I
Caesars.
just bought it.
Caesars
Is it
Forum?
Yeah. But depending if it's a light company or if it's like not gun or if it's accessory stuff or like not like a gun, you could probably buy it there.
How big of a pain in the ass is it for people to actually get their shit there?
Oh, it's a pain. It's a massive pain.
Yeah,
Because here's the
Because
thing.
they can't fly it, right?
So-
they got to trailer
You can
it.
fly.
You
No,
can
you can
fly
fly. I fly with stuff. I've done.
You're
it.
allowed to fly, like
Yeah,
not
so-
on your hip though.
No. So that's a whole thing in and of itself. So if you're going to fly with a gun, you have to have a certain like parameters of like a hard case with locks on it. Unload your gun, unload your magazines, put the ammo in like a little separate box. Lock all that stuff up, unloaded. Go to the airport. This is the important part. When you go to the counter to check in, you don't tell them I have a gun.
have a gun,
No,
right.
you say, I would like to declare a firearm because then they're going to bring out a little piece of paper that you fill with your info.
I have a gun.
Hi, I have a gun.
That's
Yeah.
like yelling bomb on a plane.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's like a step below
Right.
yelling bomb in an airport. Don't do
And
that.
usually like a lot of celebrities and sports stars,
They do it?
They're like, they travel, and it makes sense to why they would have guns or their security. And they're like, I got a gun, I want to check in. They're like, thanks for making TMZ. Appreciate it. You got a gun.
Well, that's why a lot like celebrities they fly private. They don't
Right.
have to go through. I actually had the
So
privilege.
your gun gets to go. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I've flown private one time. It is so convenient.
I
It's
wish.
the nicest shit ever.
I wish.
So when your gun goes on the plane, obviously it's not.
It's checked baggage.
So underneath.
It's underneath the plane, and then you claim it when you get to the airport.
Now, is there a size limit? Like what type of gun? Like shit like that?
I
or-
mean, when I went to Tennessee a couple years ago, I had literally an arms width Pelican case, shotguns, chest rigs. Like I went for a week long.
So it don't matter how many.
I mean, you
have.
pay for the weight. It's the weight limit. You just pay for a heavier.
Probably the ammos where they get you, man.
You can only have, so according to the TSA standards, you can only have 11.5 pounds of ammo, which
That ain't shit.
that's not. Yeah,
That ain't shit.
How many bullets would you say this?
That's
Depending on the bullet,
not
obviously, right?
In
what,
regards
maybe
to
200 rounds of pistol
I was
ammo?
gonna say in regards to 9mm, it's not even 500 rounds because 500 rounds is fucking 15, 20 pounds. So
That kind of sucks.
it does suck.
yeah,
That's
Like
the
you're
only.
going somewhere to shoot. Like what the? Now you gotta buy
Unless-
the ammo out there.
Or you ship it to where you're going.
unless
you
you
can
do,
do that too sometimes.
aluminum because it's way lighter.
now you could ship. You could ship ammunition, no problem.
I mean, sometimes they want to ship two-way gunshot, but if it's like not a regulated thing where it has to be transferred on paperwork, you could ship it to your hotel. That's how when I went to Georgia, the companies they sent us some stuff.
Right.
You just picked it up at the hotel. They sent it to where our rooms were.
So if you wanted to send something to my house, you could.
No, so
And
New York
wait.
just changed the fucking laws, which is so fucking stupid. So up until about a month ago, 2 months ago, I'd say, I was able to order ammo online. I would have thousands of rounds delivered to
Depending
my
on
house.
who so
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry.
I mean, there's so many. If you guys don't mind your whole podcast being about gun stuff, I can explain.
That's what it
this.
is.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So,
That's why you're here, sir.
yeah, I appreciate it. So, up until a couple months ago, depending on the distributor, because some distributors don't even want to touch New York stuff. Like there are certain large distributors who just won't ship anything to New York, point blank. Plastic accessory, anything.
So it's like us in California. That's like that, right?
California's
Massachusetts,
even worse.
Connecticut.
Massachusetts bad with the gun laws.
Yeah,
too?
they're very
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
But up until recently, you could go to a distributor, give them your credit card info, and a case of ammo would show up at your door. When the CCIA passed, now you have to do a background check for it. But you have to do the state's background check system where all it is you go to the gun shop, they put your info into the state calls the feds do the background check, and it goes back to the state. But the state likes to fuck it up on purpose, and you'll get delayed, or sometimes, like, you'll buy a gun and you'll buy ammo, and they're two separate background checks. You pass the background check for your gun, but the ammo will get delayed.
Right.
So
So
you wa-
now, just more fucking things you got to pay for, more fucking time to waste, more of a headache, more of like, you know what? Fuck this. Like, I don't, it's all about just literally just weeding out the people that are already like, I don't even know why I fucking have
Discouraging
this.
people who would
Yeah.
like kind of want to do it.
Right.
Like me, like someone like me who kind of
Right.
wants to do
So
it. But
when
like,
you
do I
hear
want
this,
this headache?
It's a pain in the
Yeah,
ass.
it's
Like I'd
pain in
rather
the
just
balls.
buy illegal.
Let me ask: does
leave
it
in
not
my
sound
fucking house?
Does it not sound discouraging? All the
Yeah.
shit you have to go through.
Yeah, like
that's the
I'm not saying
intention.
you guys convinced me to do this at
Oh,
all.
I know.
No,
I know.
I
that's
won't
the
when I
thing.
do, but like after hearing everything I do, it's like, fuck, I'd rather just go pay the extra
Right.
money, get something illegal, and it stays in my house.
And that's to say, even if the state, so let's just say they get backed up on now fucking background checks, right? Because now buying ammo was way more common than buying guns, right? So you got to figure an ammo to gun buy ratio probably has to be 10-1. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Or 5-1 at
Probably
least.
more.
Yeah,
I would say more.
So think about the fucking like the stacks of like background checks. Now they got to get processed. Or what if the clerk
Can you get it
isn't
like
in?
expedited or that?
No.
Really?
What if the clerk isn't in? Now you got to wait till the clerk's in. Or what if fucking
So you can't go to like Dick's anymore and buy ammo.
Well, you shouldn't go to Dick's to buy anything anyway because they're jackasses.
it depends on the state, but like
So here's what: if you really wanted ammo, like tomorrow, you drive over the border to PA and go to
yeah,
a gun shop. And
I
bring
can
it
go to
home.
Pennsylvania.
Are
Right
you
now.
allowed to travel with ammo?
Yes, much as you want.
So I could go with a fucking trunk full of
you
fucking
could.
9mm and they can't say nothing.
Nope.
So you said when you go to the clerk at the plane, the depot, whatever the fuck it is, I'm retarded
When you
right now.
check in for your airline.
Yes, yes. Listen to me. Listen to
the
me.
plane depot.
Listen to me,
The plane
Kyle.
depot.
At the plane depot.
When you're not doing plane depot.
When you have you ever got pulled over, like by a cop?
Yeah.
While carrying?
Yeah.
What do you say to them when
Nothing.
they say, "Do you have any
Nothing.
weapons
You
on
shut
you?"
the fuck up.
You don't tell them that you have.
So this is a very important thing. You need to be aware of the state's laws that you're in. In New York, it is not a duty to inform state. In other words, you don't have to.
But
tell the
what
cop.
about when he asks, "Do you have anything on you that could harm me?"
Well,
it depends on the
Yeah, you
situation.
shouldn't be getting fucking searched. If you got a
Right.
traffic ticket, oh sorry, yeah, give me my ticket.
If you're getting
It
pulled over
shouldn't
for
get-
something, they're doing like a search.
they
Like, you know.
shouldn't search. They have no cause.
Anytime I get a speeding ticket or whatever, or just I don't know, I didn't use my directional signal when I'm pulled over.
I get patted down every time.
License and registration.
That's a you problem, bro.
License and registration. Here you go, officer. You know we got pulled over for? Yeah, I'm sorry. I was rushing, but here's my license and my registration. All right, stand in the car.
Yeah.
Why are you?
No, I
getting-
always get pulled over for cell phone speeding though.
Yeah, all right, fine. You're getting patted down.
Yeah, they ask me if I have anything on me. They
Every
ask me,
time?
Yeah, they don't check my car.
You
They
know
just
why?
pat me down.
Because
Oh,
you're-
let me follow up. I mean, I don't know how much personal information you want to divulge. Do you have a record?
No, Oh, I'm clean as
No,
fuck.
but he's a fucking piece of shit. So honestly, if
They
I was
know.
a cop,
They can smell it.
If I was a cop and I pulled this fucking cocksucker over and like I just saw his face, I'm like, you know what?
I don't argue with them, dude. I'm like, you got it. Like, if they're like, oh, you mind if we search your car? You
Probably
want to search your car? Go do whatever the fuck you want.
Probably your tone or your attitude. I guarantee.
That's a big thing. 'Cause
I'm nice to all of them, dude. I know who I gotta be
is,
nice
well,
to.
is this nice, what you're doing right now?
No.
Okay. Just making sure.
Just making sure.
Listen, I even got the fucking flag with the blue line on it.
What's that called?
The thin blue line.
Okay. That's fine. He knows it.
I got it on the back of my car.
You don't back the blue. You do back the blue.
I backed the blue.
Okay.
Listen.
I got the flag with the line.
Listen, I'm a firm believer of cops. I think they're fucking needed.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a believer. They exist. Cops
Yeah.
exist. I
Listen,
believe
you
God.
motherfuckers.
The thing.
I'm a fan.
I don't know. Some political party wants to defund them. You know?
Defund the teachers.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You fall in as a teacher.
I guess.
He's more of an instructor.
Yeah, I mean, technically, you're not wrong, but I'm not like a state unionized teacher, which I can't fucking stand.
So, Sean, I was thinking
Yeah.
down the road, I was thinking about going for like a range master's class,
Yeah,
right?
totally.
So, I don't even know, like, would that even best fit me? Because I know, like, when
So it would be a good experience for you to not only train with Tom Gibbons,
Yeah.
because he's fucking all. When you learn from him, you learn from like the history. You know, like where our shit, 'cause, like the shit that I teach you, you learn where it came from. If you know who Jeff Cooper is,
Yes.
the godfather of modern pistol shooting,
Yep.
he is a direct training descendant of Jeff Cooper.
Right.
So you are learning where this. If you get the chance to train with him, yeah. Would the instructor's cert benefit you? Be a good experience.
what does that let me be eligible
Nothing
for?
really. I mean, it's a resume. It's a resume checkbox. That's all.
Oh, okay,
It
so
doesn't
like-
really like. It's not like getting DCJS certified.
Now, what is
or-
this?
Rangemaster
Rangemaster.
is one of the oldest schools in the country. Tom Givens, he's been around for that. That's the school of the dude I set.
He's
the
like on the
record.
Mount Rushmore of
Yes,
firearms.
absolutely.
All right. So,
And he's-
what is Rangemaster? It's
It's his
his
company.
it's
so
his-
Rangemaster is the company. He has an instructor program, which that class that I did the thing, that was the advanced instructor. So I've done the regular, I did the advanced, and in March we're all going out to Nashville to do the master instructor.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What qualifications do you need to, I guess, do like personal lessons or training?
So
or-
there's two roads we can go down with that. What do you need to like legally do it or to like morally? Because legally, if you have your NRA and you have some form of instructor's insurance, you can go be a dickhead and pretend to teach people.
so that NRA course I took,
it's
that-
still good. It's still good in New York. Yeah.
such a now that like I'm in the gun community, like
Now that you know the NRA instructor course is the square one of teaching. It's not the end. It's the beginning.
It's
It's
a
like, okay, I did NRA pistol. Now I am going to actually learn how to teach. Because now you got the certificate that says you can do the thing.
Yeah.
Now you need to go out into the world and actually learn to teach. You need to get something that you can teach people.
So, what got you into this? Because you said your
I
first
like
purchase
doing
was
it.
at 2019.
That was actually my pistol. I was buying shotguns and stuff before that. 17-ish.
So, what made you say "fuck this"? I want to do this.
I liked it, and
It was just-
so. I guess I'll tell the story of where it started. So I was an iron worker before.
You were an iron worker?
Yeah,
Well, local.
417. I still got my book.
580.
Oh, cool. Oh, I thought you were 40. I thought that's very different. Anyway,
no.
so you do
Still
of
big
course yeah, glass. That's a good job.
I don't do glass. Never touched glass day in my life. Never glazed.
So I was an iron. I was actually it was the Tappan Zee Bridge was my last project.
That was the Kosciuszko Bridge.
Oh, cool. So I was there, and here's the thing: like people, oh, don't you miss it? I miss the paychecks. That's about it. Like the work is tough. It's like driving down, 5 a.m. on 87 every day, being out there in the winters, and like I'm like, I've always been into guns. When I was like 12, my father was a trooper. He brought me to the range in Middletown, like their internal range, and he had me shooting. I forget, like a 38 or something, and I liked it, and it stuck. So I left in 19, actually, because my father got sick. He had a spinal injury. Doing that, and I was like, I got to find something to do. So I ended up doing some armed security gigs for a while, and all the while I was traveling and training. Like I went out to Tennessee, Pennsylvania, Oklahoma, all of just going to all the cool people online. And as time went on, I'm like, I'm kind of good at this. All right. But as years went on, I'm like, I travel a lot. Is there somewhere local I could train? I just, Google, just like who's local, some other companies, and then on site. And just I clicked on it, look in, like, this looks interesting. 3-hour Wednesday night. Well, that's convenient. Let me go check it out. And has Ben told the story of how I ended up at OFT?
What when you sucked his dick?
Not that story.
Okay, that's why. No, actually, I don't know how.
So I showed up to class one day, and they saw I could shoot pretty well. Showing up for a couple weeks because I like shooting. I wanted to train, and then one day This is when I was working doing armored car work, which is a very interesting job.
I know someone who did that for the banks, like the brink trucks. Yeah, I know someone who did that.
It's rough.
Too much temptation for me.
You couldn't get away with it. It's very tightly controlled.
Really?
So
What? Too much temptation to shoot someone, or too much
to
temptation
take the money.
to take the money?
You do see a lot of money.
Do you guys ever tell me? You ever see the video of the guy?
I think I seen that the South African guy.
He
who
left
used to
the
be
money
an
like
ex-military.
at a fucking payphone. He was like unloading the truck or whatever, like
just
go,
left it.
and
Well, it
left
was
it on the
inside
floor.
job. He got-
no, it wasn't inside job. That guy returned the money. We're talking about two different videos. This fucking guy, he went to open up the truck, put like some like by the wheel,
put it down.
put like a couple in, and I guess didn't see the other bags. Like close it. It's all on camera. Guy comes over, looks at the payphone, opens it up. You see him walk away with it.
Of course.
That motherfucker returned the money.
Wow.
I would never.
I mean, the morals are there. I appreciate his morals, but at the same time, like depending on how big that was, you look at it like if that was like when I was doing brink stuff, like we saw like you do the Federal Reserve run.
How much money on average do those trucks haul?
It's all over the place. I have
6 figures.
I've been out for a while. It could be more.
I guess it depends on your route too, right?
Depends on your route.
What
Like
you have.
You'd be seeing it'd be like OJ 2.0 where I'm going to the fucking south of the border on a
Just
Brinks
gone.
truck. On a Brinks truck.
Well, the movie The Town was based off that true stories, like what they used to do in
Yeah.
Boston.
But they weren't armored trucks. They were just.
No, they'd hit armored trucks in
I
Boston.
thought they were doing banks and shit.
No, it's trucks. Yeah, the town.
Oh, yeah,
The
you're right,
real
yeah,
story
yeah,
is them
yeah.
going after the armored trucks. I don't know what the movie was fully
Yeah,
about.
it was Brinks, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and Den of Thieves was another good one. So
Den of Thieves was good.
I'm trying to wrap my story up. So I was training at OFT for a while, and one day I like, Ben and Rachel could see I was like, this guy can shoot pretty good. And one day I asked them, I was like, you guys thinking about bringing anybody else on? Or I was thinking about being an instructor, and Ben's like, yeah, it's fine. You be an instructor. Just stay the fuck out of our territory. And I'm like,
Wow.
That's what he said. More or less what he said to
Wow.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, okay. I left. And then Ben, if you ever get him on again, he'll tell you, it's like, they left that night. Ben and Rachel, they drove separate because they were, traveling, doing stuff. And then Rachel called Ben. He's like, hey, that kid Sean can shoot pretty well. And Ben's like, yeah. I told him to stay out of our shit. And she's like, and he's like, slash his tires. I don't know. She's like, no. And he's like, all right, I'll go talk to him.
So were you like one of Ben's first workers? First instructors?
No. You mean like extra instructors?
Yeah.
No, he's had a couple people on before then who've like kind of been in and out wishy-washy because, it's a very common thing. You've seen this. There's some people like, yeah, I want to be an instructor. I want to
Yep.
do this. But like then there's
I know.
of somebody in particular we're
Yep.
talking about.
Yep.
You're not going to
The
say their
irony.
name. Not going to say their name.
I know.
Well, you got to tell me the story.
So,
Just sit here and go, oh, you know someone.
So, okay,
No, no, no,
so
but-
here's what I was
let him do
just
it.
getting into. I was just getting into the gun scene, right?
Let him do it so no one gets in trouble.
I'm not going to mention names. Don't worry. I was just getting into the gun scene, right?
Don't
So-
do the impression.
No, I'm not. I was maybe about 2-3 months in, if that. Very green, right? And there was 2 other new shooters there, and this one guy who thought he was hot shit. He was trying to be an instructor, start up his own company, blah blah blah. Go down that whole road.
Oh, this is somebody else.
And we were doing a moving drill. We were doing a moving drill.
Oh. If we're talking, no, you can. This is fine because this is completely different. I was talking about somebody else.
Camera's going.
Yeah. So
no, this is cool. This is. different.
we still don't mention names. We don't still mention names because it's just not right.
fair enough.
Anyway, so we were doing a drill where we were either at the 20-yard line and on the buzzer, on the beep, the line walks up, does rounds or whatever, and then walks back, and then other people going. So you got to pay attention. It's situational awareness. It's
Angelo, are you
awareness.
following this because he kind of fumbled through it.
Whatever. I'm doing it for Angelo's in his
At his level.
capacity.
Yeah, okay.
Fact of the matter is,
reading
this
level,
guy
baby.
goes.
Oh,
This
boy.
guy goes. He makes a big stink before we even start the drill. He goes, whoa. Well, I don't want to be doing this drill with these newbies over here. Pointing to me and like 2 other people. Now, mind you, I was like, I kind of understand. You know what I mean? We're playing with fucking live guns. So we do the drill, right? And Ben was like, shut the fuck up. This is my class. Shut your fucking mouth. And if he didn't feel comfortable that I wasn't or the people weren't able to do it,
Yeah,
we
you
wouldn't
guys
have done
wouldn't have did it. Yeah.
Safety first, always. So we're doing the drill, right? And fucking Bozo the clown, right? He gets down to the target. He turns around. His gun's not holstered. He turns around and flashes the whole fucking class and then holsters in. Ben was like,
it was actually worse.
Stop.
Like you told it like better than what actually happened.
Yeah.
So targets are down there. What we do is you turn away from the targets, you walk uprange, and when you get the fight command, you turn around and then shoot at the targets.
While walking forward.
No, you just you stop and turn around. So the idea is that you're walking away and you have to turn around and respond. So the idea is you're like, say the targets are behind me, I would have to turn around and then get my gun out. This guy got his gun out and then turned around. Right. And meanwhile, there's the whole other half of the class who just saw what the fucking his twist rate was on his barrel.
Right. He flashed the whole fucking class.
Right after.
Like, did he get thrown out after
Yes.
that?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
I would imagine. That's
But
it.
he was also
put your shit away and go home.
He was also a fucking cunt too, and I don't honestly feel bad for him because then remember when he loaded up a magazine with a backwards fucking round?
I got that picture too.
Yeah, and he wanted to be an instructor.
Oh, so he's just he's a hazard.
Yeah,
he's an overall hazard.
He is.
Right.
He's teaching people.
What?
Yeah, I'll tell the story later on.
Let me get his info. That's where I'm gonna go.
Oh, you can listen. If you train there, you will be worse than you are now.
You'll probably be dead, to be honest with you.
Well, I wouldn't want to learn from someone like that.
The problem with him is though, like if he came in humble and he was just a nice guy and he meant well, fine. We all make mistakes. We all shit on each other. It is what it is. I fucking had moments where sometimes, if I'm in
did some
the right
shit.
set, yeah. But it's like, it's the intent, like, because he's such a fucking pompous jerk off.
Yeah.
Like, you're a jerk off. And this is what happens, So, but I'll never forget that fucking guy.
Is Ryan fully accepted in the community now?
We don't have a choice. He forced his way in.
Just
right?
like,
Yeah, he's
story of my
so
life.
I will say this
forced my
much:
way in.
your character is kind of like you're like the mascot of OFT now.
Yeah. That's I've always said like my personality, and this is like for like my mentality for life. You either gonna love me, absolutely love me, or fucking hate me. And I listen. I accept that. That goes for work. That goes for my personal life. That goes for at OFT. That goes for fantasy football.
So
that goes.
here's the thing of it: your personality is fucking wild, but you try. Like you're in class, you are actually trying to. Yeah, you do mean well.
I mean well.
The only thing that makes you fucking difficult is when you and Tom are in the same fucking place and have to yell at you every 5 minutes.
Well, you know what? We both have ADHD.
Yes.
And you know what? Is
that Tom?
Chef Tom. Yeah. Which, by the way, he's being a fucking bitch.
About coming.
Yeah.
Yo, you gotta get on here, Tom.
Tom, stop being a bitch. Seriously.
Enough time has passed.
Enough time has passed.
Wounds are healed.
Wounds are healed. You know what?
Wait, did something happen?
The bread, the bread was broken. The olive branch has been sent
I think
out.
Tom was supposed to come on like the very next week.
Yeah.
An episode happened. It was like, whoa, hold the horses.
And the whole jiu-jitsu community.
Just stop. Don't even bring it up.
Emotions flared.
Okay.
Don't even bring it up.
That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about jiu-jitsu.
Me too.
So it's not bad. I mean, I'm thinking quick. It's not bad. Like, it's a cool thing to learn, but I don't remember who made this joke. A martial art purely only works if both people know the martial art. Like, jiu-jitsu is cool. I've rolled with a couple schools. I've met some cool people. But me not being like the super invested jiu-jitsu guy, I'm like I'll hold the guy. It's like, I don't know what to do, but I could punch you, but I'm not allowed to punch you. So I don't know. And then you just stalemate.
See, the problem I have with jiu-jitsu is
They all want to beat you up.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
And I still kill him one day, dude. They're gonna see him at the gas station.
Literally, I said what I said, and I still regret nothing.
They're gonna come running up on him with their fucking tying their geese like while he's at his car. Ryan's just putting the rash. What the fuck he's doing?
Right.
What the fuck he's doing?
So like my thing is like with jiu-jitsu is that again, you don't get punched in the mouth. And this is the real world where real things happen. Like, you're not going to be fighting, and I'm not going to grab your collar and be like, all right, I'm going to hip toss you right now. Because if a fucking jujitsu fucking black dragon master guy comes up to me, very simple.
Bing bang.
That's what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen.
No, dude, listen,
my God.
I'm not going to shit. I'm not going to shit talk jiu-jitsu because it does work.
Wait, you're not going to shit talk somebody?
I'm not. It works.
I'm not saying it's bad. I like it. I've trained you. I believe
Like, you got to be strong. I get it.
There's value in it. No,
Yeah.
there's totally value in it. My problem is the dudes who were like super culty about it, and it's like their jujitsu thing is everything, and all those gun guys don't want to. And I'm like, no, it's a part of a thing.
Right.
It's
Listen,
part of your.
you know,
training.
Everything has good situations, right? Like if I'm in a fight and I know jujitsu,
Like-
and we happen to go to the ground, yeah, I'm gonna fucking rip your shoulder off. Like, you know what I mean? But if we're standing up,
yeah.
what are you gonna do? I'm not gonna lay when you go. I'm not gonna lay down next to you.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
Also, your jujitsu is not going to help if you have an active shooter situation and
That's
he's
what I'm
halfway
saying.
down the aisle.
That's what I'm saying.
Bing bong.
What are you gonna do, bro? What are you gonna do? Or if I'm tumbling with you,
I'm gonna come.
that's it. That's it. It's one of the two. And I regret nothing. Okay. I think jujitsu. Honestly, you know what we need to blame? We need to blame fucking Gracie. Fucking whatever his name
Renzo
is.
Gracie.
Yeah,
he changed the whole
Leroy
game to
Gracie,
UFC.
whatever his fucking name is.
Leroy Gracie.
Leroy
Gracie. Leroy Gracie, this is all your fault. You and your freaking male fucking homosexual tendencies fucking turned into a fucking...
Dude,
Oh,
it's a good.
You just pissed off so many people.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I've said
All
what I
right,
said.
Chef Tom gets put off till next year.
I said what I said, and I regret nothing now. You know what? Enough time.
It's a good martial arts. It is. It is.
It is.
Everything
It
is situational.
It is. It is.
I think wrestling is the end all be all. I think if you can wrestle, you win every fight.
One of the... I forgot. I was watching a documentary. Like one of the world renowned fighters, like mixed martial arts fighters, said his kids before the age of 6, before they even get into any type of martial arts or kind of combat sports, gymnastics, and then from gymnastics
Ballet.
into wrestling.
Okay.
Ballet.
Yeah, he says literally gymnastics. So you learn the mechanics of your body, and then wrestling. That's when you become strong and flexible. Like you go in your fucking head and you do circles. Like,
I've seen some
I
guys
break
who
my
are like
neck, I
high-level
die.
wrestlers. They do the thing like they walk on their shoulder blades.
Right? It's
What?
fucking nuts.
That's wild. That's wild.
What? What? Like think about like Kurt Angle, specimen. Guy broke his neck like 14 fucking times. Guy broke his neck 14
did-
times,
yeah,
and he
he-
still won a gold medal.
Did he? Is he a real wrestler? Is he a real gold medalist, or is it all a fucking story?
I know you're not this stupid.
Is he really?
I know
fucking
you're
gold
not this stupid.
Or is it all a fucking story, dude?
I know
Can't
you're
believe
not.
anything that comes out of those guys' mouths.
Yeah, you're trying to troll me. It's not working, sir. You're trying to troll me. It's not working. You're not that stupid.
I don't. Think
I don't
so.
have enough investment into like that stuff. I'm gonna let you two just fight.
No,
about
no,
this.
I don't,
Just
I'm
watch
not.
it.
I'm not.
No,
into
but Kurt
wrestling.
Angle was a legitimate Olympic wrestler, a gold medalist, and he had a broken neck, and he still fucking won. Broken vertebrae.
Right, right. No, I do.
Broken
Like, I
vertebrae.
will back that up. I've heard that from multiple places.
No,
It's
I
not-
do
it wasn't
bother.
just like a Vince McMahon and sitting in the middle of the ring telling the
He
story.
broke his- he
that's
re-broke
like
his neck again.
That's like an actual story.
He legitimately re-broke his neck again in WWE, and then he started fucking having pills for his
For breakfast.
like diet, chopping down like 15 painkillers a day. It was crazy, but
So,
that's neither here or there.
what's your favorite pew pew to shoot?
Probably my Glock 19. Either my Glock 19 or my custom built pistol. I'm a pistol guy. So.
Pistol. You prefer pistol over shooting?
Well, it's what I'm
anything else?
good at. It's not so much that I prefer. It's just what I'm good at and what I know. I have rifles. I have shotguns. I love shooting shotguns. Shotguns so much fun. But if my favorites is either my 19 that I set the record
Glock
with.
19, by the way, Ange.
Yeah,
I know.
probably. I just like it because you can make them shoot really well. You need a duty gun. You need a race gun. It'll do whatever you need it to do, more or less.
How do you feel about Shadow Systems?
You can do the same thing to a Glock. It's a Glock,
What's
bro.
a shadow system?
It's
So-
basically a custom Glock.
So here's the deal. Glock in the 80s, they created the first striker-fired polymer shooty thing, and then they had a patent on that, the design, for a very long time. Up until a few years ago, other companies weren't able to use anything like that. Like when Smith & Wesson made the M&P, they got sued the first time
Yeah,
they made it because
yeah.
it was too much like a Glock.
Yeah.
So once the patents for like the original Glocks expired, Glock has like newer versions, like the Gen 4s and Gen 5s.
Right.
Like the Gen 5 patent you can't touch. But the older ones, that's what Shadow Systems, that's
The patent
what
ran
Zev-
out,
Zev's.
obviously.
Yeah, the patent ran
So
out.
you think motherfuckers were waiting like, yo, their patents?
I guarantee
they had it
100%,
pre-made.
bro.
Billions
They
of
had it
dollars,
pre-made
that is.
already.
So
and it's
here's
like,
the
once this
thing.
ends,
There's-
we're jumping on this.
There's so much engineering that's saved because Glock already did it. So they can just copy it in their own factories. And they
Just
can like
do their
put
own
different
little twist on
lines
it,
and
yeah.
different shapes and different colors, and it's still Glock. Shadow Systems is a Glock.
Shadow Systems or Zev, if you had a choice.
Zev.
Really?
Zev actually got a contract with the feds. I don't remember.
Really?
Yes, Tom Ruffino was telling me about this.
Where the fuck has Tom been?
He's killing it with overtime, being a fireman. He's
Unacceptable. I'm gonna fucking text him.
not a real. Yeah,
Fucking
no,
piece of
this is a real job.
So what's your favorite rifle? To shoot.
To shoot?
Like, what would you feel is your most comfortable rifle?
I mean, just a regular 5.56 AR, like one that I built out with a comp and all kinds of little stuff. However, when I was in Georgia, I got to shoot a PTR 91, which is like a big 308 rifle. That was it's so nice. It's a roller delay. It's like HK's HK 91.
What's the fucking kickback on that bitch?
Bad.
No?
No, the gun's set up very nice.
It's very proportion.
No, it's just like the roller delay, the gas system.
Yeah,
and everything.
yeah, yeah.
It's very comfortable to shoot. So nice.
You a firm believer in comps or no?
Are comps legal?
Yeah. Well,
so-
the screw-on one.
So
I thought you said they can't be threaded. I
So
thought that was
here-
what
so
you
here's
said.
the thing.
It's,
there's
I'll tell you.
compensators is it's basically a device at the end of the muzzle to redirect gas to change your recoil pattern. Short answer is they're not. The compensator itself is not illegal, but on a pistol, the threaded barrel to accept that compensator is. The only exception is the company called Radian makes an integrated barrel and compensator that's not threaded. It like attaches with like screws. So it's not a threaded barrel, but you can still have a comp on your gun, which is actually, if I was smart, I would have brought it. That's the Glock 19 with a Radian comp is what I set the record on the casino drill with.
Yeah. I was so torn because do you gotta get a new holster? What
No.
you throw a comp?
It
Even
goes-
that Radiant comp?
goes right in there. It's
Really?
super sleek. It's super nice.
How expensive is this hobby?
Yes.
Thousands.
Like you have like.
Bring on another 1,000.
See me,
bro.
I like to be flashy. Like I would want like crazy shit.
Like my Gucci Glock.
yeah, I like your
yeah.
Gucci
Right.
glove.
It's
So the
expensive.
Gucci
That's the
Glock,
gold one?
Yeah,
I like
that.
that
Was that after shipping and handling and everything? It came out to like 22.
200?
Oh, it's not that bad.
Yeah, but
Well, now that's the gun. Now you need to buy magazines and
well,
ammo.
it came with 3 magazine blocked 17 rounders.
Now, how do they do that? What is that like? Dipped? The guns are dipped.
No, so Cerakote. So like
is that yours? Is the Cerakoted one?
Yeah.
There's a couple options
They
for that.
actually do. So like Wilson Combat, the company I use, they do all the custom. They do all the custom cuts and graphics for Wilson Combat. Oh
no shit.
And then Wilson Combat, basically, they sub out all their their cuts and their patent grip, the look of it. This company actually does it, and then Wilson just smacks their name on it and sells it for 10
Smart.
times. Yeah,
Saves the work.
10 times the amount of
So
money.
how much is it to get it custom? Like custom colored, custom like
So
designs on it?
I mean, there's such a range.
Right.
Like, so here's the thing: if you know a good gun shop, you get a Glock 19 MOS, which is where you can put the optic on it. That's going to cost $5 and change, probably $600 when everything's said and done. So it's $600 for the base gun. Now, if you want to put an optic on it, that's going to be another, let's say,
$350. Yeah, 325.
325,
So
350.
the Glock's like Honda Civics of pistols. Then like there's brands like Staccato where if you want to buy a magazine, it's a $50 fucking magazine. It's
more than that sometimes.
Yeah. But like, so it depends on the kind of guns. Like the Glocks, and even some SIGs too. If you go aftermarket, like you could deck out. If you buy a Glock for 600, right, that has the optic cut, you can buy like a precision barrel for like $125. You can buy already pre-cut slide that looks gangster as fuck for like 180, 210.
That's like on the cheap end. Like, so have you seen the killer gun? The gun that
Well, Killer Innovations is
Yeah.
like cream of that's fucking
That's good stuff.
Yeah, that's the Cadillac of fucking. But like if you want like a 250 to 225 for a slide, let's just say. So now you're up to like almost $400 on a barrel on a slide. Then if you want to get technical, you want to start changing out like fucking grips, or you want to start
put new trigger in it.
well trigger you have to. So that's another $80, $60.
It's not. It's expensive.
Yeah.
So
But it's
it's
not
the
like-
sustaining it. It's kind of like
It's not like out of this world expensive. Like you know what I mean?
Initially, but here's the thing: you're going to buy your gun, you're going to buy
Magazines,
ammo,
range
magazines,
bag.
holsters, your Eye and Ear Pro. Once you get set up to do the stuff,
You go on another one.
you're going to want another
Right,
gun.
right.
You're going to want more ammo. You're going to want to do different holsters, different.
And I
belts.
promise you,
you're gonna
each
want
gun,
more stuff.
each gun you have, you'll have probably about 3 holsters for that gun.
Yep.
And you're like, no, you won't. This gun fits perfect.
Your first
I
holster,
promise you.
you will never wear. You will guaranteed to stop wearing your first holster.
Right.
It always happens.
Always
you,
happens.
You would never get rid of your old guns.
It depends.
Like if I'm like, all right, I want to get this new one. Like this old one, I know I'm not going to use
so
it. Like let me.
my SIG 320, that's fucking customed again. Custom slide, custom.
Because the one
custom
you
barrel.
carry isn't like the Gucci one and shit like that.
it's-
Why not get
that's-
rid of those if you don't
'cause
ever plan on touching
my
them?
everyday carry? That's I need that to be reliable. Where I don't need to be flashy. I need that bitch to fucking work.
It's got to work. Yep.
So then why have the other one? Why not get rid of
because
it?
it's cool.
Because I can. Because I
Do
can.
you have like? Are you into cars or anything else?
Comic books, fucking.
So like for example, like do you really need a first edition fucking comic book?
You want Superman 1, Spider-Man #1?
Yeah, of course.
There you go.
There you go.
Those don't even have a function.
Also-
they're just aesthetic and cool.
Right. And
Yeah.
it's like
But that like you could display. Yours
for
is just
example,
sitting in the safe
well,
over there.
so I used to use my Gucci. I used to use my Gucci Glock all the time. Also, like when I go out with my boys, and like if I'm gonna go shoot, and I whip that bitch out, it's like,
It's cool as shit.
yeah, you know, it's a little dick showing contest.
I was just gonna say it's a wiener measuring
you know,
competition. Then
it's the same thing. Like if you get a car and you put a new radio, like faceplate, and you put subs in, you know, do you really need it? You put chrome rims on.
I guess. Yeah, I guess
You know
you're
what I
right.
mean? But like then I got a CZ, the stealth. That's like a competition gun. It's a bigger pistol, and that's for I know like 20, 25 yards out. I'm going to be able to fucking roast
I don't
it.
think I've seen you haven't brought that to class, have you?
I used it twice. It's again like for the things we do in class for like everyday movement. It's a little big, so it's a little uncomfortable. That's more for like again like competition.
Yeah.
But like the mechanic I run every day, and again I got to North Carolina for like peanuts.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. You got
Yeah.
a big deal on that.
Peanuts, literally fucking. I was like, you basically handing me this gun for free.
So they don't have like a universal holster.
You
So,
do, but you don't want that.
Here's
No.
the thing.
Comfort, bro.
A holster has to be fitted to the gun. A holster that says it does a lot of things doesn't do any of them well.
Think about work boots. When you were working, right? Did you go to Modell's and get the fucking Smiths?
No.
Or did you fucking, you know what? I got to invest in my feet.
Red Wings.
Yeah,
Red
get some
Wings. I
Red
gotta
Wings,
invest in
get
my
some
feet.
setters or something.
Right.
Get the good working
Irish
boots.
says that's what I use.
I still wear my fucking.
So, but you invest in your feet because you know you're going to be on your feet all day, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So now, if I want the most comfortable holster, sometimes I forget my gun's even on me. My holster's so
If
comfortable.
you have a good setup, yeah, it's comfortable.
Like obviously, I wear my jeans like decently tight,
I mean, my jeans ain't that fucking
and you
loose.
fit a fucking holster, no problem in it.
When we
Or
cut
is
the
that
cameras, I'll show you everything.
because I noticed Ryan always wears baggier jeans.
Well, because I just always.
Like you were
baggy
sending me
jeans.
pants that you were buying that was for like you showed me like this was a while ago. It was like to me, and I'm not going to say his name.
Yeah.
Like something with the elastic on the hip, and like it was the ugliest jeans I've ever seen. But you loved them because they were able to hold fucking nuts. And I was like, I wouldn't be able to wear those jeans.
So,
Well, you could do form fitting jeans. Like they have like a spandex kind of like stretch to them.
so one that like really surprised the hell out of me. I don't pimp a lot of brands, but I found them in a thrift store, and I actually liked them so much I bought them for real. American Eagle Stretch Flex Pants. That's what.
Yeah,
these that's what these are.
These are gas trucks.
Yeah,
flex.
they're awesome because they're super. Like I'm not a thin guy, so I have like extra
Yeah.
size. They stretch, they form. They're very.
But you still don't look baggy like a dirt. Like,
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? You still,
they're not like
Yeah.
they
Right.
fit.
and it doesn't bother like
I'll show
the
you.
pants being
Yeah, what you'll see.
I've holstered up with like wearing a suit. Literally wearing a
I've
suit.
done that too, yeah.
So it's just. I mean, the jeans.
Well, I feel like if
that's
you're wearing a suit, you're going to be drinking.
you
right?
guys,
Isn't
yeah,
that
you
like-
guys are. I don't drink.
That's
so.
not necessarily.
I
true.
drink once in a blue moon.
If I'm driving, I'm not drinking, obviously. And my wife can't drive at night because she's half blind. So
Oh really?
What is the rule with that? Like, if you go to the bar, you cannot, right? Can't have it.
I wouldn't. I don't. From my understanding, you can't have any alcohol in your system. If you have a gun on you or you're involved in a
So
firearm,
there's nothing in the penal code about that, but there's no direct law against that. But if you display or use your gun and there's alcohol in your system, you are
fucked,
guaranteed to have a problem,
yes,
regardless of if
100%.
you were justified or
What
not.
about a school? Like, say you were taking your kid to school,
Well,
and you had to go
usually
meet the
schools are
teacher,
no-
and you
no
had it.
gun-
School,
free
school
zones.
zones are gun free zones, yeah,
Yeah.
all the time.
unless you're in Texas or Florida.
Even there, I think Texas is still
I think Florida is it.
Florida is its own fucking country.
Right, and I think some places in Georgia too.
Depends on there's some pockets, but for the most part,
Yeah.
it's safe to assume that it's a gun free zone.
Right, but I tell you what, if you're in a gun-free zone, aka a school, and something pops off, I guarantee you, if you take down that fucking active shooter, those teachers are gonna be like,
The teachers will. The law's going to go after you, though. Still,
Right.
they're
Well,
still going to go after.
So that is also, I've actually talked to a couple cops and instructors about this. While it's not impossible, if there was like a very disgusting, violent active shooter situation and you ended the situation and you were in a gun-free zone, you would probably be given some fucking leniency.
right.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I would hope so. But I feel like motherfuckers are just they want to make examples.
Yeah, I
of
mean,
for
there's
nothing.
plenty of that too.
Not for nothing, I'll take that hit.
Oh, I'll take that hit.
Start a
Two seconds.
start a GoFundMe under the podcast.
Take care of my kids.
Start a GoFundMe under the podcast name. Fucking make tons of money and
While I'm not,
Live your best life with me.
while I'm not advocating for anything, you're better off being caught with it than without it.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's my biggest argument with people that it's like anti-guns whatsoever. And it's like, oh, there's no guarantee. Just because you have a gun on you, you're safe. I was like, I always tell people, I want to be the person.
You are
that
responsible for your own safety.
even if I get put out, right? Like, what was it? The Connecticut shooter when he went to the supermarket and he had level 3 body armor.
That was in Buffalo.
Buffalo, right?
Yeah, that was
Whatever.
Buff- that was
So,
right by,
for example, my fucking canic. If I'm going center mass or I'm doing dick to him, I'm just gonna basically go ouch, ouch, and he's gonna probably put me out. But I want to be the guy that I
did
gave everything
something,
I
yeah.
had, or
Yeah, you
I
didn't go
bought
out
enough
like a
fucking
bitch. You
time.
went out on your shield.
I
There you go.
bought enough time that maybe my family or somebody could get to
If
safety.
you sacrificed yourself to
Right.
save them, if
Rather-
that's all you get, that's fine.
rather than laying on the floor pissing
Cowering,
my pants. Please don't kill me. Like I would.
No, because you're going to be the first
Right.
one. He's going to screw his muzzle into your ear and fucking thump you.
Right.
Now, are plates
Plus,
illegal?
I'm
Possession, no, but you can't get them. So here's the way the law is written. To purchase, transfer, taking possession of. Like, if it's provable that you took possession of armor after the law was passed, it's technically a crime. But for you to physically possess it, it is not a crime.
And those plates are expensive, though, right?
They can be
that.
very expensive, yes.
thousands.
Like real, like HESCO level
Like
4
you could buy
plates.
like ones, right? Like you're allowed to buy ones. Is that what it is?
One's what?
You
Just
can't.
the thinnest fucking layer.
You can't.
No body armor, period.
If you get caught
Oh,
with
shit.
with a bulletproof vest on you, like a bulletproof vest, that's a federal. I think it's federal.
No.
Why?
So
I don't know if it's federal, but
So
you
here's
go-
the
you get
thing: when you
arrested.
say
So
caught
if I-
with a vest,
If I
Like,
get
if you have it on,
if the cop's like, "Why do you have a vest?" It's like, "'Cause I don't want to get shot." Like if you're not doing anything,
like if I'm like this and it's underneath my hoodie, I don't have a gun on me,
not a
nothing. I'm
crime.
just walking
No,
down Manhattan.
it's not a crime.
And they're like, "Why do you got a
thought-
vest on?"
I
Like
thought it was
because
a
it's
crime
fucking
to have a vest
crazy.
on.
if you do something, it's a like so in most places, I believe, if you commit a crime with a vest, it's a felony. No
even
matter what you-
non-firearm.
Yeah,
crime?
like if you're mugging, if you're if I'm correct, I'm not a lawyer. If I'm correct, at least in New York, if you're shoplifting and you have a body armor on, it becomes a felony because you're committing it.
the intent-
Shoplifting in New York
Yeah.
is, but like if you're committing like a misdemeanor, like a nonviolent crime with body armor, it's a felony. Because you're committing a crime using body armor.
That makes sense.
Well, I
That's
guess
what
you
it
have
is.
the chance of getting shot by the store owner too. So you kind of like, you know what I
You
mean?
know? Yeah. And I feel like if you're wearing this vest, obviously
You got a
intent.
vest.
Yeah, this shows it like scratching the serial number off of a pistol. It shows a little bit of intent, in my opinion.
Well, what if like you just don't trust motherfuckers?
Or maybe you just.
I mean, I
you know,
don't trust motherfuckers, but I'm not defacing my pistols.
Maybe you have good intent and you just don't want to wait 3 fucking years to get a pistol and you want to protect your family.
So there's an argument I've seen, right? Like that if there was ever like a shooting at like a stadium, right? With mass people, fucking guy just going fucking nuts. And they're like, oh, well, if everybody has a gun, it's going to turn into a fucking bloodbath. 'Cause
Well, not
everything-
everyone's gonna have not everyone's gonna have a
See,
gun.
I would trust you in a situation
Yes.
like that. Like, all right, if that guy has one, like I know you're gonna hit that guy. Like you're not gonna miss and hit that fucking mother over there. Like,
So,
you know what I'm saying?
the good-
So like I agree with them to an extent.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I,
mean-
don't think everybody deserves to carry like full carry.
I don't. Well, here's the thing. I don't advocate for restricting anybody's rights, but I do advocate for everybody to get training. Like
Right.
I believe you have the right to do what you want as a free American. I don't believe that you should be able to do that completely free of response. I have a gun. I'm good to go. You have no idea how to use.
Like
that
if I
gun.
went and got my full carry right now, and me and you were in that same situation, you know what I mean? Like odds are I'm gonna fucking hit the poor lady next to the fucking
Yeah,
guy.
gotcha.
You know what I mean? And you're gonna take him out. Like you know what I mean?
That analogy that's like one of the oldest like analogies, and I say it this way. Let's break that down even to like realistic standards, okay? Because again, venues have security guards, metal detectors, blah 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 blah. A deli, right? A standard deli. You walk into a deli, knowing the fact that there's a sign, gun-free zone, no guns. You have basically a big bullseye. You know, and I have a gun and I'm a criminal and I fucking rob motherfuckers for, and I give zero
free for all,
fucks.
free for all for that guy.
I know inside this deli, there could be 10 people inside this deli, 8 people. I'm the only one with a motherfucking gun. What are you gonna fucking do? Now, if I go to this deli and I see
Concealed carry legally allowed.
supporter and contributed to the NRA, fuck around, find out. This
You're
guy,
gonna think twice.
and I
Yeah,
know
they're gonna pick a different deli.
I know everybody in this deli, whether there's 3 people in that deli, but I know at least 3 motherfuckers definitely have a fucking pistol on them or some type of firearm. I may second guess going into that fuck around, find out deli rather than, avocado toast deli. You know what I mean?
Toast deli.
So, that's the simplest way. Give that analogy to anybody, and they're gonna be like, you know what? So be it. Maybe I may not have the best training, but there's gonna be that fear that's gonna kind of hold you back. That's gonna be like, maybe I may survive this.
The
but I also
idea of
may
it is a
die.
deterrent. The
Yeah.
idea of it is like, oh, somebody might be armed. I might have a problem. The only time that doesn't really factor in is when you have the crazy active shooter who just wants to cause chaos.
Well, that active shooter, like these stadiums, always they know their outcome. They know they're dead at the end of this.
premeditated.
Yeah.
That's premeditated.
That's why the half of them either kill themselves or
Most of them kill themselves.
or they aim at the fucking
Right.
You know, they know their fate. The guy at the deli doesn't know his fate.
Right. And those like active shooters, let's just say you had the world's strictest gun laws like California, which they still have crazy mass shootings and shootings in general. But like, let's just say that active shooter couldn't get a firearm because we abolished all firearms, right? You don't think he's gonna get into a motherfucking car and mow down
You mean
kids?
the thing that's already happened multiple times?
You don't think he's gonna take a knife and just
The
start
thing that's already happened multiple
fucking-
times?
100%. You don't think there's Boston fucking marathon bombing, pressure cooker. You don't think there's gonna be more pressure cooker? If you already have that criminal intent that you're gonna fucking cause havoc one way or another, whether it's hook, crook, gun, car,
Go to Times Square. You don't see no more garbage pails.
Yeah.
Ever since that, you know that? Times
Really?
Square, there's no more garbage pails on the corner.
Every fucking end, remember, and right off of the West Side Highway, the guy in the U-Haul truck mowed down people, banned all vehicles. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that? Bottom line is, if you are a mass shooter or whatever the case may be, if you go to these targeted bullseye places like schools, libraries, churches, any type of
Such a
liberal
coward
home,
place to go, right?
I mean, that's the idea, though.
I know,
that's-
but it's
that's
just
the
it's,
idea.
It is cowardly. Absolutely. They don't want to fight. They want to cause, like...
Go to, you want to be go to the police station and
You
do it.
think-
Go
you
to the
think-
fucking military base.
I got well,
you think a mass shooter
there's a-
going to the Paladin Center?
No.
Never. Never.
There are no mass shootings at gun ranges. There
Right.
are no mass shootings at gun
Right.
shows because they know there's going to be a problem.
How come
They're not really
armories-
going to be able to do a mass shooting. They're probably going to get a couple shots off before
they're
they're
going to
down
do a shooting.
and get down.
How
Yeah.
come armories never get robbed, or at least never get successfully
Yeah,
robbed?
so gun shops don't get robbed.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's not that it's a touchy subject. I mean,
know,
to certain people it is.
touchy.
Yeah, but it's tough pills to swallow because I understand the aspect of like if there were just zero guns, period. My
That will
child
never
would
happen,
be
dude.
Here's the
alive.
thing.
Because what did I just tell you guys? I said you guys earlier. You guys just told me this whole big spiel of how to like legally do it. I don't want to legally get it.
Right.
You don't think I could go get a?
That's on you, dog. I'm not.
I know, no. This has something to do with you. You guys don't think
3D
I
printer.
can make a couple phone calls and get something by an hour?
You could.
But that's anything. That's literally anything.
And that is, I
you
can
could
make a
literally-
couple
you
phone
could
calls.
get on
get
the
it.
Taconic and go on the Sprain and go to the counties that are below you, and I guarantee you, there's a
Right.
corner somewhere that somebody's selling something.
You know what I'm saying? Like I could, if I want it, I'm going to get it.
Allegedly.
If I want it, I could get it.
Right. And
Legal or illegal.
if you wanted to be a fucking savant about it, you buy a 3D printer for fucking $200 and you literally
Are they that cheap now?
yeah, you buy
3D
3D,
printers
printers.
are
For,
cheap.
I mean, don't get me wrong, some of them are like fucking 10 grand, but like the Joe Schmo,
Yeah.
that would probably take a day or two to
Print it up.
like
Right.
$200-300. You can literally Google fucking prints right now. We could Google a print how to print the layout.
There's literally a YouTube tutorial on how to
Right.
do a 3D print on this.
Fucking our friend did a layout of a Hollow Sun. Of a
Yeah.
fucking-
Heroin's illegal. People still
drugs
get
are,
it.
yeah, drugs are illegal.
people still
You're
get it.
absolutely
According
right.
to some states, apparently it's fucking legal.
Yeah, you go to
They
the
have
West
vending
Coast.
machines.
Yeah, go
You
to
see
the
that
West
shit that happened with the Prime Minister of fucking Ireland with Conor McGregor?
Yeah.
They're trying to call like Conor, like saying he started he's starting all these riots because he's going against them because the immigrant stabbed that
the
9-year-old
stabbing in
girl.
Ireland.
And he's like, we can't allow this. And now they're all like turning
Because
their back on.
it's public figures and public
Right.
figures. If you know, fun fact, I like Irish history because I have blood. We have blood over there. If you look at Irish history, they do this shit they do this like as time has gone on, like the troubles in the fucking
yeah.
that's a thing.
The IRA is a thing.
They do this.
The IRA is
they
a
are
thing.
very proud of their country.
How about this? Fucking Argentina just went super red. They basically
yeah.
got an
With that
Argentinian.
guy with the fucking-
They got an Argentinian Donald Trump. He's like,
Yeah, his hair, bro.
social programs. Fuck this. All these type of fucking mental health.
He's mad,
Fuck
yeah, he's
that. He
mad
goes-
as shit.
He's like, immigrants, get the fuck out of here. He goes, we're bringing back Argentina. I'm tired of all this bullshit. We're failing. Blah 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 blah. He's crazy, but it's gonna work. And it just shows that the world is having enough.
There's
of like,
another country that had a similar thing where like
Poland.
Poland. They won't
Poland.
accept no one.
Zero. And guess how many terrorist attacks they had?
don't have a problem.
Guess how many their rape ratio and the fucking assaults and muggings? And
Zero.
Zero. And Poland is like, and if you do try to fuck around in Poland, you're gonna fucking
well,
find out.
Poland exactly doesn't have a history of being treated well.
No, I
on
don't
the
blame
world
them.
Stage, so
I don't blame them.
they're kind of
They might be the dumbest, more dumber than me.
They still got a chip
I'm
on
a
their
little
shoulder.
Polish, so I can.
Oh fuck!
They still got a
God
chip on
damn
their
it!
shoulder.
I only got shot. You're not gonna catch it. Fucking thing.
Bing bang.
I'm not gonna catch it, bro.
But like, this is kind of like fucking. Look at all these world leaders, like Ireland, right? Like the leaders there with all the immigrants, all this shit. It's like they're pushing towards the new world order, no?
Yeah.
Like everything that they
Yeah.
said, it's pretty much what they're pushing.
And they
where
don't
it's
even
all
hide it.
one government, everybody's on the same page.
It's called socialism. It's called fucking communism.
Burn it all down, bro.
Marxism.
Burn it all
it's
down.
It's this playbook that George Soros has been literally fucking.
How old is he?
like 120.
But
Right? He don't die, right? Like that guy has to be.
Well, when you
like,
have that much money, you literally can just buy life.
Bro,
you think like they take his organs out and put him in like a healthier body?
when you're
like, and
that
just
evil,
keep fucking going.
when you're that evil, you don't die. So like, and plus he's definitely doing adrenochrome, and he's definitely fucking doing stem cell.
Adrenochrome. So that is like the conspiracy theory of like Epstein Island when they were bringing like the kids there. If you like when like young children, the conspiracy was that part of that when the children are stressed, there's like a hormone that they would extract
release
from
an
them,
enzyme,
and that's how like the
fear
world
enzyme.
leaders keep living.
Yeah. So
it's
the
wild.
release of-
Yeah, it's not.
They release a fear.
I'm not saying
enzyme.
that's what I believe. That's what I
But
heard.
it's and no adrenochrome. It's a real thing. That's not like it. Literally, they release an enzyme where it's supposed to be like basically stem cell, like stem cell
Yeah.
on steroids. So I think stem cell actually piggybacked off like.
Well,
the-
isn't stem cell illegal?
no, stem cell is legal.
Certain states, it's illegal.
Certain
Maybe
states,
certain
yeah.
types of stem cell, like you
Like
can't.
I know a guy who had to like go to fucking like
Mexico.
Dominican Republic.
Yeah,
to get
so
his
that's-
his knee,
that's another
and he
thing.
came back walking fine.
Well,
like,
that's
Bartolo
because
Colon.
it's cheap.
Yeah.
Because you can go to Mexico and get stem cell, like cheap stem cell treatment, but it like might not.
you're not
go
gonna have
well.
a kid. You're
So
not gonna have a
there's-
kidney when you live.
That's
There's multiple forms of stem
Kidney
cell.
for a knee, I'm in.
There's multiple forms of stem cell.
You get two. One's a spare, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Kidney for a knee, I'm
Fuck
in.
it. Wake up in an ice bath. What's the worst that could happen? Hostel, bro. It's the greatest movie ever. So there are multiple types of stem cells, like Bartolo Colon did in the DR, where it's regulated under their terms. They're not, and then there's stem cell where they're literally taking like fetuses and like Jane Does and John Does of like children's and like newborns and doing bad things.
The world needs to just get hit by the media. Right? Like, it just needs to be wiped clean. Like, maybe that's what happens. Maybe every once in a while, like, when shit gets wild, just got to wipe it clean.
Well,
We're
according
like a flea.
You think we've been here too long?
Yeah, I think the earth just got to, like, shake us off, dude. I
Well,
think we're just
I have
destroying
no
each
fear.
other and everything.
have no fear because according to the
The
left,
aliens,
Greta
I know. Here we go.
Thunberg and AOC thinks that the world's going to end in 10 years because of global warming.
So you know that every like 15, 20-ish years they say that.
They've been doing it since the 60s.
Yeah, that's
It's a
what I'm
tax-
saying.
It's a tax thing now. You know that,
That
right?
too.
They
Yeah.
make a lot of
I
tax
want to know
incentives.
how my taxes are going to literally cool off this earth.
You're just buying another jet. You're actually heating it
So
up.
to counter that, I believe it's Yellowstone, or there's a glacier park. It's not Yellowstone. There's a national park somewhere that's like Glacier Park. And there's a glacier in the United States. And there was a sign there years and years ago that said, by the year 2020, this glacier will be gone because of global warming. They took the sign down like a year ago because
it
it's
got bigger.
still there.
And it got bigger.
Like it didn't.
Do you
know.
remember the Time magazine with the polar bear that was fucking like?
Do you know why
withering away?
do you know why the polar bear was like that?
Yeah, it was
dying.
It was dying.
It was an old polar bear that
Right,
was
not
dying.
global warming.
No, that's how they die.
Antarctica again. Still, they shown that they're fucking the ice steps. It's got bigger. And yes, the Earth changes. It's a natural fucking evolving thing. Yes, the climate is going to change, but
I think our seasons are just changing.
I love
Doesn't
how
the Earth have cycles though? Didn't we have an ice age?
Like,
years ago?
I think, like, by, like, later in life, like, like our December is eventually going to be our summer. And our summer is going to be our
well,
winter.
that
I
is
think
also
it's just like,
that's a scientific phenomenon, like the pole switching and
yeah,
like the
because we
Earth
fucked
changing.
with, there wasn't always 12 months.
Bro, the
You know what I mean?
Sahara
There
Desert-
wasn't always, they
The
changed
Sahara
all this
Desert
shit.
used to be underwater. Like the Sahara Desert was once an ocean. You know what I mean? They found whale bones, and like it's confirmed that the desert used to be an ocean. The world changes. It's a thing. It's a natural thing. But Al Gore thinks that if we give
Well, Al Gore also he talks about man pair pigs. So.
Man, bear,
Man,
pig.
Bear Pig, I'm Al Gore. I'm super serious.
Super ethereal guy.
Super
Remember
serious. Yeah. So it's ridiculous, and
What's that guy do now? Is he like
he
same
don't- he
politician?
does the
He's
same
still-
thing. He panhandles for your tax money for global warming and sells fear.
Him and Bernie Sanders.
Meanwhile, his own private jet gives a carbon footprint like 10 times more than anybody in their lifetime. 1 year flying is over a lifetime worth of
guess
your
what,
carbon
dude?
footprint.
I'm not going to be around by the time all that happens. So go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying.
My grandkids who don't even know who the fuck I am. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Let's tap into these oil reserves. Let's start fucking drilling. There's a lot of oil down there.
Let's fucking do it.
Let's do it, bro. Let's do it.
Let's,
and
let's
fucking
destroy the world
let's
and
pump
take
up-
over the government.
Bro, we could easily save this world in 2 seconds. It's called nuclear energy. It's a known fact. Nuclear energy, 100%. The problem is you're cutting a lot of pieces of the pie out. You're cutting
Yeah.
a lot of pieces of the pie out. And people don't like that. People
It
like to
cuts
make fun.
into a lot of like a nuclear like reactor somewhere, a thorium reactor, not like plutonium, like
Right.
thorium, which is like the cleaner nuclear energy.
Yep.
You can put that in like anywhere in the world and put a lot of energy out.
It's nuclear light, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
But a lot of people ain't gonna make money.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
you can't put up the solar panels and the wind farms, and you can't do all the tax incentives for all that. So,
yep.
I want to get solar panels.
Don't do it.
Solar panels are
Don't
cool.
do it. Don't do it. Trust me.
So the thing
from
I
my
heard,
profession-
because my father was looking into this too, there's like certain like incentives that the state will give you through their organizations.
It's all bullshit.
You need to find like a private company that does it. 'Cause
That's even
apparently-
worse.
Really?
Dude, I'll tell you off air because again, this is what I do, living out for a living. It's the solar panels.
Aren't you a little biased though?
Yeah, you don't like
no.
solar because then we
Because-
take him out of a job.
takes him out
No,
of the
because
job.
my company literally is probably the number one solar investor
Really?
in all of America.
Trying to corner the market so that nobody can have
Well,
solar panels.
That's a monopoly.
Well, yeah, we used to generate our own power, but then fucking piece of shit Bloomberg was like, I'm the only person in New York that's allowed to have a monopoly. You need to buy your power from Canada now. So, yeah, we used to
I'm
generate
going to
our
have
power.
the monopoly on monopolies.
Right.
You can't have it.
So we, again, we're cornering the market, then it's supply and demand, and then everybody, whatever. But solar, supply and demand, we cannot literally right now produce enough energy for the demand, and that's before solar. Our company just invested over $300 million in solar incentives and solar conversion and blah, 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 blah. It's all a fucking show. It's a song and dance because now we're gonna get that back in tax write-offs and we get massive money back. But it's almost like the biggest waste of money because we know for a fact that we'll never be able to generate and we'll never be able to fucking supply all the demand. Imagine think about all the solar cars and all the solar house drawers.
Wait, did
and
you
all
say
the-
solar cars?
Yeah.
Where are solar cars?
Well, that's the thing. So they have like hybrid cars or like the electric
Hybrid,
cars.
yeah, they don't have a
these
solar
ones-
car.
There are also car prototypes that you have solar panels.
On the sunroof. Yeah.
Right. But then now also what they want to do is like, so you generate, but then like where are you going to store it? If you're going to generate, then they want to have like capacities, blah,
You
blah,
can
blah.
look this up. There's something called a smart town. The panels.
Why?
I don't know where the fuck.
On the streets, on the
The
roads?
streets.
Oh, yeah,
There's
yeah,
no
yeah.
streets. It's solar panels,
Yeah,
the
I saw
house,
that.
everything's. And they're trying to show how fast it is. Like, say there's a fucking panel breaks. It takes 30 seconds for like two guys to go swap out this thing.
No
and
way.
It's supposed to charge all these fucking.
No way.
All these fucking cars, everything where you could drive for fucking days and
Yeah,
never fucking
what's the
feel.
climate in that area? I guarantee you it's nice
Oh, I
all
don't
year
fucking
round.
know where
It's
exactly.
like,
where it
yeah,
is.
it's
How
like
about Four
Southern
Seasons?
California where it's always nice, but they
Right.
don't have a winter.
What are you going to do with snow?
No, they don't.
What are you
The
gonna
snow
do in the
melt-
Midwest with
they
the dust
did-
storms?
it
What are you
is-
gonna do
it
up
is
here with
somewhere where
snow?
there is snow because they showed the snow melting on it.
What are you going to do with oil and antifreeze hits these fucking bitches and or like when you have
When the
like,
local crackheads start
yeah, I was
stealing
gonna
the
say when you
panels.
have local crackheads who start
They
jacking
start
panels.
scrapping them. So
Right.
talking about all this global warming and climate, the thing that everybody's like, oh, we need to colonize Mars. Mars, we're going to start colonies there because the Earth is going to be so bad. Do you you can't exist on the surface of Mars. You need to build special domes and shit.
Oh my
So
god!
here's the thing of it. If you want to live on Mars, let the Earth go to shit and it'll be just like Mars's climate.
There you go.
You cannot breathe Mars air. You cannot exist in Mars climate.
We spoke about this. If we were like, if they had all these ships ready to go to Mars, they're evacuating every human to go there. I'm riding now, bro. I'm not going into space. I'm riding out. I'm riding out.
I feel like it would be better here because everybody's leaving.
Even if they're like, yo, there's a week.
Well, there's like a volcano
I'm gonna
erupting
stay
and-
the week. I'm like,
Fuck it. I'm good.
my kids want to go and everybody wants to go, but I'm not going to space.
I don't want to live that.
Because
space
also,
life.
you know how long it takes? It takes months to
get there?
to Mars.
Right.
Months.
I'm good.
It's not like it's not going to the moon where it's like a 2-day trip. No, it's
Is the moon that quick? 2 days?
for some. I know it's not a long time. Mars is months in space. Like think about have you guys ever been on like an extended vacation, like a couple weeks somewhere?
Yeah.
You got to keep buying food and everything, and like imagine now you're stuck in something the size of your house for months, and you have to have everything you need there for
COVID,
months.
like COVID.
Yeah. Well, you could still go to the store and order shit, and like there's
People went crazy. It was kind of like
went
cooped up.
nuts.
Did you hear about that asteroid that like is coming like to our orbit soon? That is like worth like $100 trillion
Crazy number, crazy number we've never
Right.
heard before.
It's worth.
Yeah, because of the minerals
you
on it.
diamond or gold, whatever's
Yeah.
in the diamond.
I think it's like I don't know.
How
if
big
it-
is this
it's-
fucking
it's a-
asteroid?
It's a metal.
Massive.
Yeah.
Gonna fuck us up?
no, it's not gonna hit us. It's just gonna pass by.
No, but now like the world, and I say the world as in like America, China, like all these. Like,
They want this.
they're
Rock.
like we're trying to create.
We're gonna
some
send
kind
something
of,
up there to get that thing.
Yeah, like to like lure it in.
Armageddon.
Here it is.
We're gonna get Bruce Willis.
It's kind of the opposite because
I know,
Armageddon,
but-
they wanted to get rid of
But
it.
now we're gonna
Don't
send
wanna
Bruce
close
Willis and
my
his team there to go drill out this fucking rock.
There it is, baby.
I want in.
I'm sold. I'll do that.
That I'll do.
All right.
It'd be a fun trip, a fun little work project.
I'll fucking kick Angel right off the fucking rock.
Just throw him off.
Give him a little hip check.
You can't do nothing to me. That's what you don't say. You can't physically do
So
anything to me.
you guys keep going at it. When the podcast is over, sign up for the Force on Force class. Write down all the shit you want to do, and me and Ben will fucking. You can do every scenario you want.
Speedo suplexes.
Yes, oiled up speedo suplexes, everything.
I want a death fight in a cage.
We can set up a cage. We have all the little rooms.
You know what I want to do? I want to lay on my back and have him lay on my back, put a gun between our heads on the floor, and somebody blow a whistle, and we got to get up and
So
fight
not
to
going to
death.
be on your backs as a video of me when I was doing a Force on Force a couple years ago. You stand face to face, arm's length away, and there's the training gun on the floor, and whoever shoots each other first is you win that match.
Oh, that would have to be a no hold bars.
More or less. I mean, like I said, I got kneed in the fucking head doing it. So
That'd be my first go to. My first thing would be to fly a knee.
Concuss
sign up for the
somebody.
class. Sign up, and we'll
Concuss
make it happen,
somebody.
guys.
I like
Dude,
it.
I'm
in.
you don't understand. I'm in. I'm down to do this right in the living room right there. I'm down. I enjoy shit like this.
Nice.
I like to test
Sweet.
my limits and what I could do.
You mentioned a while ago you had like a buddy who like didn't clean his rifle or something.
Yeah. So my friend in Arizona, he was shooting his handgun, and he was saying the range master over there was saying how like my friend cleans his gun after every time he goes to the range, right?
Cool.
That's fine.
Little
And the range-
anal, but that's okay.
And the range master's like, you're not supposed to clean your gun. The way guns are designed now, you can put thousands of rounds through them. You don't have to clean your gun. I'm like, what? I was like, what? The carbine buildup alone, like
Carbine?
you're not
Carbine is a rifle. Carbine is the
carbine buildup alone.
Carbine is a rifle.
The carbon buildup alone, or how about like you're not gonna fucking like oil up your lube up your fucking your trigger's not gonna get fucking tacky. Like
gonna get shitty,
your
yeah.
slide's gonna literally fucking
thousands
lock up.
of rounds.
Yeah, your
it's
slide's
gonna get
literally
shitty.
gonna
Yeah.
locked up.
Not necessarily. I mean, like,
So on average, how often should you clean it?
it depends on how much you shoot. Like for me, it's a weekly thing, maybe twice a week.
I clean like every other week.
However, every class I'll throw oil. I'll grease it
Yeah.
after every class. That way I know it's
Yeah.
gonna run. But I'll clean it maybe twice a week, once or twice a week.
Yeah, every like 500 rounds.
Can you take apart a gun and put it together?
100%?
I'm just asking, dude.
Yeah, that's if you
I
if
fucking
you
hope he does at this
if
point.
you own a firearm, any type of firearm, if you don't know how to take it down,
Field strip
clean
it, and yeah.
and put it back together.
Like if you'd get a package just full of parts.
Yeah.
From bones.
Depending on the gun.
Well,
I
right.
mean,
Do I have this gun? Like, am I familiar with this gun? You can't give me a gun I never had in my hands
right.
before, and then be like,
Yeah.
all right,
you're gonna get you're gonna get
give me
like a
Glock
Makarov
17
from
fully
World War II.
deconstructed. Give me Glock 17 fully deconstructed
yeah,
right
that's
now,
absolutely.
and I'll fucking
Just a
I could
fucking
probably
question,
could
dude.
probably
I don't fucking play with them.
I could probably do it blindfolded if I'm thinking about it.
Depends on how far it's stripped down, right?
Yeah,
Shoot yourself.
maybe not the fucking
Fucking
horseshoe.
make it shoot
That's
backwards.
A little complicated.
Yeah, the tricky parts are the barrel lug lock
Yeah, yeah.
and the magazine spring. That's
Yeah.
a pain in the ass because
Yeah.
you got to get something in there.
And you gotta wedge it. Yeah, that's a little bit of a bitch.
How long does it take to build a gun?
You mean like
Like if you
3D print or like
no. Like if I gave you all the parts right now for you to put it together.
3 minutes, maybe.
Really?
Maybe like if I work quick, I could probably do it in less than 2 minutes.
You got a fucking fast trigger finger and everything, dude. You just fast.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm familiar with it too.
You know what? I would never. Yeah.
Does she ever say like, "Hey, stop! Like, get off me. Just use your hand. Your hand's
Right.
better. Your hand's faster."
Yeah, like I would
Listen,
so
get the
if you
fuck
don't-
off me, you lazy fuck, and just use your finger.
use your
right?
No.
I'm just trying to think. Like, interesting. Never thought about that. No wonder why no wonder why you're not single. Makes total sense. So I know that little fucking Polish Irish peen ain't fucking doing it. Now. Who are you kidding?
Bing bong.
Oh shit! I don't know. You maybe experiment, report back, see what happens.
Well, Ryan likes
I'm all
things
for
in his ass, dude.
experimental.
So
Oh, yeah,
I'm down to run a real experiment. I'll do the gun challenge thing. I'll roll with you guys and do it. But you have to fucking stick your fingers in that man's ass.
I have a friend
He
named
would
Julie.
like
I'm
that.
sure she definitely wouldn't mind.
She wants to experiment with your fingers.
Yeah. All right, Andrew, you want to take us home?
Sean, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, it's a
Thank you.
pleasure to be here,
Appreciate
guys.
you. We're gonna put his links and everything underneath Spotify, all that.
Yeah, like good stuff. This is a real lengthy episode.
This
It's
was.
good, it's
Good
good
one.
talks, Al.
It was educational for me.
Good.
It's informative. It's probably one of those episodes like, fuck, do I really want to own a gun? Like, it's a lot of fucking
It's a lot.
red
It's a lot of responsibility. That's the big thing.
But that kind of makes me want it more.
Good.
Right.
Because I know no one could get it and no one's going to really do it.
fight.
I told you
There
I'm competitive.
That's fine.
Like, oh, you got it? Oh, I got it too.
And I'm also anti establishment and anti fucking government. So whatever pisses them off more, I'm all for it.
All right. With that being said, you don't got to stand tall, but you got to stand the fuck up.
Woo!